case at all. I'm a very cool and intimidating and mean and nasty one. I'm a nasty thug that beats people up and steals their lunch money and does all this. I'm also a hacker apparently too. I do a bad stuff. Joke. Well, first of all, you got the word wrong, because I'm not cute. I'm cool as hell, and that's probably why there's a misunderstanding. You mistakenly labeled me as a cute streamer when that's not the case at all. I'm a very cool and intimidating and mean and nasty one. I'm a nasty thug that beats people up and steals their lunch money and does all this. I'm also a hacker apparently too. I do a bad stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm
you should get it. That you should fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, coffee, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy. Fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me. Is what I submitted as my joke. Well, first of all, you got the word wrong, because I'm not cute, I'm cool as hell, and that's probably why there's a misunderstanding. You mistakenly labeled me as a cute streamer, when that's not the case at all. I'm a very cool and intimidating and mean and nasty one. I'm a nasty stuff that beats people up and steals their lunch money and does all this. I'm also a hacker, apparently, too. I do a bad stuff. Crazy.
Hi everyone, I'm your best friend back in town again to get you on your dancing feet.
Fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, coffee, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy. Fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy. Hey, guess what? Beaver. Hey, guess what? Coffee. Hey, guess what?
Raw time.
Hey, guess what? Nice stream, bro. Fashion, baby. Fashion, runway. Fashion, coffee. Fashion, make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Fashion, baby. Fashion, runway. Fashion, make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Make me go crazy. Can you just like look away for just like a second? Give me just 1 second. Can you guys just back? Can you just look away for like 1 second? Because I have to take my nasal spray medicine. I don't want you guys to really take my tracking break for a second. Thank you so much. And you should get it. That you should fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, coffee, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy. Fashion, baby, fashion, runway, fashion, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me go crazy, make me. Is what I submitted as my joke. Well, first of all, you got the word wrong, because I'm not cute, I'm cool as hell, and that's probably why there's a misunderstanding. You mistakenly labeled me as a cute streamer, when that's not the case at all. I'm a very cool and intimidating and mean and nasty one. And steals their lunch money and does all this. I'm also a hacker. Hi, Cookie Nuts. Let me make sure my sound's on. Okay, good. My microphone is on. Hello, Deputy Dog. Thank you so much for the 29 months. Welcome in. Thank you. That's an AI number. I just did it. Hi, welcome. Not muted for once. I tried to get everything ready. I tried to make sure I had enough margin time for today. You know what's funny? I feel like there's always something every single day that jumps out at me right before stream. Today it was a lizard. There's usually something I have to handle right before stream. Today, alerts echoing. Let me fix that. I think I know possibly why. Oh, yes. Why is that echoing, actually? Oh, I bet it's that. Okay, I bet that fixes it. Okay, hi, hello. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. Is that making it do that again? I think Discord's on the wrong thing is the problem. Okay, how do we fix that? Thank you so much for the heads up. Thank you, Abe. Thank you.
Already?
That shouldn't be the case. I put Discord on its own source. So why is everything coming through? Okay, that probably means that Desmond will probably be on the same source as everything else. I'm just going to put it all together and we'll just see how that works. I have no idea why it's doing that today. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome, Frostles. Thank you so very much for not only the tier 3, but also the 30. Wait, that's 3 whole years. Actually, that's less than 28 years, but a lot more than 28 months, but not 28 years yet. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, thank you for the lizards. I found the lizard. I literally just found a lizard, like, in my bathroom. I had to catch him. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the heads up. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So today is going to be a really special stream. Desmond Crisis is stopping by. He's going to be here in a matter of minutes, maybe even sooner than that, possibly. Yo, Wumbo, thank you. Thank you for the 50. Thank you. Did that stop the notifications from echoing, by the way? Did I figure out the reason for that? He's going to be stopping by in just a moment. We are going to be playing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and we are going to, okay, good, seems better. He's got some cool stuff that he's been up to. He's gonna come here and, tell us about all the cool shit he's been up to. He's also gonna be stopping by for the museum in a few days, and the trailer for that should be done tonight. I'll be posting that tonight after stream. Tonight's stream's gonna be a little bit shorter than normal. I do have a really long stream planned for Thursday, so I gotta chop off some hours, so we'll have some fun with Desmond tonight, and then, I will probably go hang out in VC, if you guys are looking for something to do tonight, if you wanna. Oh, we got Harvey's birthday. All right, let's take care of this real quick, and then I'm going to see if Desmond's ready. Okay, hang on. You weren't here the first time. Oh, that's awesome. You're going to love Desmond. Desmond's awesome. He's someone that gets it. He's cool. He's cool as shit. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hurricane Harvey. Happy birthday to you. Woo, woo, woo. I hope it is most excellent. Let's go. I hope it's great, Baron. Not Baron. Hurricane Harvey. Sorry, I was reading at the same time here. Thank you for coming to hang out with us today. It's funny that you do share the same birthday as Usagi, which I realized that last year, and I forgot when you came in and posted Usagi's birthday today. Oh no, that was like last night in VC, and I was like, oh fuck, that's right. And it will not be forgotten. That's like an easy one to remember because they always have like big Sailor Moon events today. Yo, hi everybody, welcome. All right, let me check on Desmond. He might actually be ready. Oh, it looks like he's ready. Awesome. Let me just make sure he's all good. Okay, hang on. Give me just a sec. Yeah, ready. I'll do thank yous and stuff afterwards, after our guest is gone. And so we will do thank yous. I'll get all the subs that you guys gifted and all the stickers and everything. I do apologize. It is a collab, so I prioritize the conversation, like, to keep it flowing and stuff like that, so I'm not, like, rude to the guest. But all that stuff will be thanked for. I'm always, of course, like, I'm very, very, very grateful for it. Thank you, everybody. All right, now let me make sure Desmond's all good. Desmond's ready. Okay, let me plug him in and then we will give him a call. Okay, and let me get my headset on too. Let me make sure it's working. Desmond's ready. Desmond used a funny gift to say that they were ready. That was funny. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, let me get my headset on and I'm gonna give... Oh, we're already getting a call, aren't we? Oh, no! Oh my god, you guys got me because I was looking at OBS, you bastards! You bastards already got... you bastards! Alrighty. Let's get Desmond up here. Oh, we got some Desmond. Alright.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello. Okay, awesome. Hey, Coqui Nuts, how does Desmond sound? How does Desmond sound nice and loud? Let me know. Why don't you say hi and introduce yourself, Desmond, to the Coqui Nuts that might not know you?
Oh, hey, come on, who doesn't know me? I'm Desmond Crisis. I'm your biggest fan. I don't know if I'm too loud or not. You can let me know if I am. I'm kind of tuning stuff up here.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing too. So how does Desmond sound? Do you guys want Desmond up or down? What would you guys like?
Just let me
Yeah.
know if I'm too loud, and I'll back it off a little bit.
Voice sounds good. Wait, he's a little quiet. Up a notch or two. Not a problem.
Okay, how's this?
Is that better? How is that? Is that much better? Do you want him higher than that? Okay, test one more time.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody.
Sound good? Sound good? How is that? Do you guys want up, down? And thank you so much, Lantern. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. Let's see. Sounds good? You think here? Sounds good there? Oh, awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, let me move myself over so that you get a little more space, because I don't want to take it all up on you, but I should have made like a little Space Goes Coast to Coast, like little TV interview prompt or something.
Something like that. Oh my God, look, I'm so big.
Yeah. Now it feels like we're sitting at the same table at least.
Yeah.
So, Desmond, it's really great to talk to you again. Thank you so much for wanting to jump back on again.
Oh, for sure. No, you guys are the best. It's super fun. I would do it every day, every single day.
Awesome. You're totally welcome to stop by any time you'd like to on the channel, of course. It doesn't have to be for special occasions or anything like that.
Aw.
Anytime.
You guys are so good to me.
Thank you. So now I know that you've been up to a lot of stuff. I'm actually going to have you plug it in the front, but also in the back too, just because there's cookie nuts that sometimes leave halfway through, but I think it would be pretty cool if you told them what all this cool stuff you're up to.
Oh, sure. No problem. So got some fun stuff coming up that I wanted to tell you guys about. They called me out of the blue, out of nowhere. So there was this convention that I used to go to, a science fiction convention, a nerd get together. We used to call it Summer Camp for Freaks. And I was just a little cyberpunk nerd there with some of my pals. And from that, that's like sort of the beginning of this whole story that we could always tell again. I got my friends together. We got pretty weird and did cyberpunky stuff. So now, many, many, many years later, they've come back and saying, you're a pretty interesting fellow. How would you like to be our guest of honor? I'm like, oh, hey, that's full circle, isn't it? Because this is pretty much where I started from. So it's a con out here in Silicon Valley called Bay Con. So it's like the Bay Area con. It's a get together of all the freaks and stuff. They've asked me to be the guest of honor, and they want me to be the MC. So I'm going to be running a lot of the ceremonies, the opening ceremony. We're going to do a couple of panels. I'm going to do true stories of the OPG. So the Otaku Patrol group that you've seen.
Yep.
That I've talked about a little bit before, and I could talk about again. I'm going to tell kind of how that thing happened, because it was this really, really insane story. Yeah. And then I'm going to do a thing on gadgets.
Awesome.
I'm going to do a thing on cool little things like Meshtastic and Meshed Core and ham radio and stuff you can carry around to stay connected.
That's all of your passions and stuff too. That's awesome.
Well, you got to follow your passions. You got to do your thing, right? And then the other passion that I love is, for about the last month or so, somebody let me DJ on an online radio station that I totally love. So if you guys love synthwave, Desmond Crisis has a show called Silicon Heaven, and it is on Night Ride FM.
Yes. Do you have the link for that handy? I could go grab it from the email too.
Nightride.fm.
Nightride.fm. You got it. Okay.
I'll get you a more specific, I'll put it in the
yeah, if you put it in the chat, if you want to throw it in Discord, I'll throw it up in the chat for everybody. So
I'll throw it in Discord, and then you could put it there wherever, because stuff goes through the chat super fast. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not reading these.
Oh,
if
no,
you're talking
it's
to
okay.
me, I'm listening to Cookie.
They totally understand. They understand how this all works and stuff. They're really good. Don't worry.
Someone still has some years left on their amateur radio license. That is awesome. It's every 10 years, and you pretty much just got to give them a little bit more money after you pass it. And we could totally talk about that, because it's super fun.
Yeah. I got like a couple of cookie nuts that are like, they like the radio stuff. I know that Leo plays around with, that's who said I have several years left on your amateur. The ham radio ones. Yeah.
That's like a whole thing that we could do, or we could do it now. We've got all kind of time, but talking about this panel, I think is really fun, because there's all these fun ways that you can stay connected. The core of the thing is that we solved a lot of problems with technology. Like, you have the ability to walk around and talk to people and do stuff, but only people that you kind of know. Like, the fun part about coming to the show here, and I'm sure everybody really enjoys this, is it brings a group of people together who are about a certain thing. So what happens with things like ham radio and other technology, they have an expression, the media is the message, right? Ham radio attracts people who are into doing that kind of thing. They're your people. So while you've solved mobility and you've got your cell phone, being able to communicate in like-minded groups is a different thing. And that's where stuff like Meshtastic, not really so much CB radio, but in the 70s it was CB radio. But you go like Meshtastic is a little wireless device that's really kind of like an alternative pager that just talks to other pagers. But if you go to like a music festival and you use this thing, you don't know who you're going to get, and you make friends. right? That's the beauty of social technology, is when it does things that are unexpected and wonderful.
That's awesome. I love that. Just because like a lot of like social media became less about making friends and more about networking, and that's when it started to suck, in my opinion.
It just wasn't random. The thing is, the problem, you don't want people to necessarily always just agree with you. You
Yeah.
want people who are going to be interesting. Like, let's talk about the thing. Let's learn something. That is what has really died, though. People don't learn from each other anymore. They're not
Yeah.
open. People have been so programmed by media that caters to their own tastes, and biased media that just tells you that no matter how crazy you are, you're right. So they've forgotten how to learn from each other. So that's the challenge, everybody. When you're talking to somebody, see what it is that you can learn from them. It's kind of a weird thing. I originally thought I was going to be in law enforcement, and I learned a couple of things that were really, really helpful. And that was, ask a lot of questions. Always ask a lot of questions. If you're talking to somebody, they don't make any sense, just keep asking questions. It's going to go one way or the other. But if you just tell people stuff, you'll never learn anything.
That's so true. Because like a lot of people also are like experts in like literally everything, but sometimes it's like you should probably let the expert like explain that, and then you're not supposed to have like, I mean, you should have a lot of knowledge, right? But like a lot of the time people will like recite a lot of the stuff that they just like learn from videos and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to let somebody else be the expert, right?
Yeah.
You'll figure it out one way or the other. So, if you let somebody to be expert, you let somebody show you something, let somebody tell you something, you've got an opportunity to experience. And if it turns out to be wrong, in very few cases is that a real problem.
Right. Oh, by the way, guys, I pinned Desmond's exact the archive now on Night Ride FM at the top of the chat. You could click that right there, and you can check out some of the stuff that Desmond's been DJing on that website there for you.
Yeah, so I do live shows. I kind of play the pop wave, retro wave. Here's the thing about synthwave music, is that it's almost like a parallel universe in a certain way. Like, there's a complete ecosystem. There's all these subgenres. And what it is it's a new produced music that's slick and polished, but it preserves the vibe of more of a kind of a retro sound. And I don't want to say like new wave. I don't want to say like, just 90s, just 80s, whatever. But there was this sort of like mood where things were interesting and exciting. And that vibe lives on in new music made by really incredibly talented people. And some of it's kind of poppy, but it's new. Like, I make this joke, like, I love 80s music and I hate 80s music because I've heard it all. So it's music in that same vibe, in that same genre, and a whole ecosystem of it. Some of it's kind of, I don't want to say slow jam, but some of it's kind of like, mellow and nice and scenic, and others like wailing, screaming hair guitar stuff that's just totally amazing. It's all there. And for some weird reason, the way the media landscape and the way that audiences work, it's not making mainstream attention because it doesn't have a ton of marketing money behind it, but it's totally legit. And Night Ride is super fun. These guys have been at it forever. Like, they're at least like 10 years old. They're named after, get this, they're named after a canceled radio station that was supposed to go into GTA.
Oh, that's too funny. What a really obscure reference.
Isn't that crazy? I'm just full of them. I got all kinds of useless knowledge.
Yeah. No, that is sick as hell. Yeah, that's cool. It's a shame though, because there's so much music out there, but nothing ever hits the radio, but we're stuck listening to like the same, like, I brought up, what was it? It was, God, that song that was, like Drops of Jupiter. Why is that still being in syndicate radio every single day? Why do I gotta still hear that song? That was just a mid song when it came out. Where's the variety of music? It's just been the same 10 songs like over and over and over again. Like, they don't really make everything went mainstream when the internet hit, if that makes sense, which became easier for you to get discovered. But because of that, it's like impossible to also get out there because everything's now mainstream, and it's like without like budget, you can't get onto the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the whole idea, is the democratization of media, like one where the voice of one sounds like the voice of many. That's why my story is still unique. So I like to say that I was kind of on the last flight out of real broadcasting, right? I was on a basic cable channel. I had a certain amount of audience, right? Like I had a lot of people, because in a television, you had a 1 in 64 chance of having, if it was on, it was going to be on the channel that I was on. So that's a really unique experience. YouTube hadn't happened. I mean, we weren't talking about YouTube till after I switched to radio. I didn't compete with it. I am a great test for AI. And here's why. My career is about half before the internet started collecting data. So what happens is like there's only certain like references to me that or media of me that gets captured on the internet only starts at kind of a midway point in my career. So I ran when Bard first was a thing, like, tell me a story about a thing from Google. It was nuts. It like made up this complete fiction that I am not a real person, but I was a phony story that took down parts of the internet that was cautionary tale about, like what you're going to believe. It was just, I have it copied and pasted somewhere, but it was totally great.
Yeah, it does make stuff up when it doesn't know what to put in there. So it has like
Yeah, it sure does.
illusions, and it makes stuff up just to keep like, so it sounds intelligent, but instead of just being like, oh, we don't have information about that. Like, it's kind of insane because people also take it as like, well, the AI said that, like it's the truth. And it's like, dude, there's so many things wrong with it.
Yeah. And the funny part is, and this is like, you guys have seen this before. You've seen industries where a ton of money just gets behind something. They really, really hope that enough money will make it work. And I've been involved in some of these projects before. I've seen people spend some really dumb money, but it doesn't, more money doesn't make it smarter.
Exactly.
More money just makes it cost more money.
Yeah, and more money usually makes it so the CEOs get to keep forcing it, because then it's like they get to the point where it's like, well, I already spent all this money, I might as well keep forcing money until it like works.
Well, it's good money after bad, though, right? So you go, oh no, we just got to save the metaverse. We got to save the metaverse. Like sooner or later, you don't got to save it.
Yeah, you let the thing sink.
There is a website I'm looking down because I'm trying to make sure I have the right URL before you, but is aiprofitable.com. Can you bring up a browser?
Yes, I can. It should be, hang on 1 second. Okay.
It's just is aiprofitable.com.
Okay, let's go to Edge window. It should be this one. Okay. So it should be this. Let me share this window with you too, so you can see what I'm looking at and stuff too. So, just a moment. Where is that on Discord? Share screen. It should be this one right here. All right. So, it's isaiprofitable.com.
Yeah.
Profitable.com. Isaiprofitable.com. Wow. Okay, hang on. Let me move us out of the way a little bit so that we can actually see some of this.
Totally worth it. You guys got to see this. This is awesome.
Okay, yeah, this looks like really interesting. It looks like it's broken down in a really clean way to like understand too. Here, I'm gonna put you up in the corner here.
Do what you got to do.
Just
this
for a moment.
this came down the Night Ride Discord.
All right, now let's see what we have here. That looks good. That looks good. Where did OBS go? There it is. Okay, good. Okay, we're good. Okay, so what does this say here? Okay, so is AI profitable yet? Wait, is this how much they're spending? Is this how much profit they're getting per day?
The red line is what they're spending, and the green line is what they're making off of it. And then it's kind of behind your head, but you see that little spinning red number right over the top of your head?
Yeah.
That's how much money has been spent since you loaded the page.
Oh my God! That is
that
crazy. Oh my God. Okay, seeing it like visually is kind of crazy, you guys. You guys see this? Like, obviously, because we dog on it all the time. Like, obviously, like a lot of companies aren't making profit, and like we laugh at the companies that like have like. There's been times where the AI has deleted stuff that like they couldn't undelete and stuff before. Like, we do take pleasure in that kind of stuff, but I've never seen it spelled out like this, where it's like this is how much profit they're making. Man, they're really doubling down.
No, but I mean, look at it. Just since you loaded the page, $1.8 million has been spent.
This is insane. And it's like ticking up and stuff too. Wow.
So what happens?
Wait,
I mean,
wow, NVIDIA is the only people turning profit for some reason.
They sell the hardware.
Oh.
They're the only ones who don't have to invest anything. It's all profit for NVIDIA.
Oh, so they're the only people. I never even realized it was so lopsided. How are businesses so bad at being businesses?
They have earned $500,000 since we loaded this page at NVIDIA.
God damn.
Anyway, enjoy that website. It's crazy, but I mean, I am of a certain age, and I have seen, I don't know, like 3 .com busts so far. And they all kind of follow the same thing. Like, somebody says, oh, hey, you can make money on a .com. You can make money off a domain name. You can make money off a web page.
Yep.
You can make money on the World Wide Web. And that's me impersonating myself, right?
the old CNET segments. Yeah.
I was watching some of the old videos and I'm like, on the World Wide Web. Like, oh my God.
I love that
out
though.
loud.
I
know, it's funny.
I miss the days of that though. Like there's something charming about calling it the web. I don't know why we stopped calling
Oh,
it the
no,
web.
it's not the web. It's the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
The information superhighway.
Oh, that one is a good one too. The information superhighway. That was very popular back then too.
Before I get totally lost, the idea was if .com makes some money, then more .com makes more money, and then you get this big bubble where people are throwing money at it, trying to get the return that the first people made, and that it doesn't work to scale, right? So, and then you watch, the metaverse or all these different bubbles where, and like even venture capital, right? Like it's like, oh well, we can invest in 10 companies, and if 9 suck, the one that wins is going to be big enough to pay for the 9 that we lost. I mean, I worked in a startup that went like through like 7 or 8 rounds of venture capital and then busted. And it wasn't because we had a bad idea. We had one of the best ideas ever. It's that the administration of it, I can't really say too much about it, but we had the most brilliant idea. A lot of people invested a lot of money into it, and it didn't convert for some reason. And I can't talk about the reason, but
understandable. Yeah.
That happens. Like everybody believes, and here we go. Like, and I'm looking at this is AI profitable?
Yeah.
And you see that this strange exponential amount of money is going into it. And what it is you see these announcements, and the company says, oh, we're making a $14 billion investment in AI data centers. You go, wow, 14 billion. Where's that going to come from? It's like over the next 10 years, we're going to go find this money and then we're going to spend it. Like, but the message is, oh yeah, they're spending $14 billion. I'm just making this number, but they're going to spend $14 billion on it. So they must, if they make $10 on every dollar, then it's really going to make just all this insane money. No, they don't actually have that money. They're planning to get that money to spend it. So if you assume that money is real money, you're forgetting the fact that it doesn't exist yet.
Good.
It is a projection, and so is the profit, and anything can happen.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much that they're taking money from people to pay other people. They're pretending to have money that they expect to get.
Yeah,
and then the people who invest in it are expecting a return on money that never existed to begin with.
Yeah.
But if you project it, and there are companies that make a certain amount of money, like, oh, well, they make this much money this year, so next year I'm sure they'll have that. And then, they kind of like hack and slash the company to try to make it as lean as possible to be able to make this kind of investment that's not paying off. And when it comes down to it, you've just got to remember that when it comes to technology, people either use it or they don't use it, and they either pay for it or they don't.
Yeah, that's
and if they don't pay for it, it doesn't make any money.
Exactly. I mean, it's crazy that like so many companies are set up like that, where it's like set up to like, well, if this one fails, it's fine. There's still this one, and this one. It is such a weird broken system to just have it. So it's like launching this with the expectations of spending this much money, but it might just tank anyway. It's just
perception.
Insane to me. Yeah.
The system exists. The perception of the system is what's broken. People really, really want to believe. Like I have this expression, thinking is hard, but believing is really easy.
Yes. Yeah, actually. That's a really good one. I like that a lot.
Well, I mean, look at every problem there is, right? In politics, in business, in
technology,
interpersonal relationships. Mm-hmm. Thinking is hard. And like, think about when you want to vote for a political candidate, right? You can't think through every one of their platforms. Remember, I ran for Congress once. Mm-hmm. I was a congressional candidate in 2014.
Yeah.
And I had to come up with these ideas and to get people to think about it. Like, no, seriously, think about what it is that I'm saying, that it is a prudent thing that you should be demanding from your government. Now, I believe the Republicans are my team,
Yeah, people kind of just believe, they're kind of set in their ways, and sometimes they don't get to see it until it's kind of too late, And
they never see it because they don't want to. You know what? If their team doesn't win, they hope for next season.
It's kind of like, I think it's not necessarily their fault though, I feel like, because I feel like a lot of media and internet and stuff has taken away critical thinking, if that makes sense, because it's something that I've noticed a trend in and stuff like that, and it's very difficult for people, and I think that's why a lot of people just fall back on like old habits, or just not listening to information, or just thinking that they know better, is because like it's like a critical thinking thing, Well,
I think they've forgotten how, because instead of critical thinking, you just have to tune into a channel that tells you you're always right. You don't have to navigate anything.
That's fair. You know what? That probably has a lot to do with it, where it's like I'll just go to the source that tells me I'm right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't want to argue with people. I want to be told I'm right. People, it's like it's comfort media. It's junk media for comfort.
Yeah.
Like I will go to a place that tells me that no matter how crazy I am, and look where we are right now. I mean, it's idiocracy 500 years too early.
Yeah. Are you gonna save us, Desmond? You gonna run for office again?
Oh my God, everybody asked for that. So there's a lot of things that have to change. I mean, if you want to talk about, the first thing is that the system has been created to enforce binary politics. I'm not going to go too deep, but just to give you a gist.
Yeah.
Congress is 535 people trying to sell each other the same 2 used cars that nobody wants.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put that.
And they're not and the cars aren't really that different, and nobody really wants to buy them, but their job is to sell them, and they get paid and they get voted for by how good of a salesperson they appear to be.
That is such a good summary.
Here's the problem. Well, here's the thing. In a binary politics system, like we only have 2 parties, right? In a binary politics system, you can vote against somebody because it's a binary system. If there was a viable third party, a real viable third party, if the vote was split 3 ways, you wouldn't be able to vote against anybody because you don't have 2 votes.
Yeah.
You would have to choose the one with merit instead of the one with fear, against the one with fear.
That is so, such a good summary of it.
People should demand better than binary politics. And you have to, if you threaten your party and say, listen, I'm going to walk because you just don't talk to me, and neither do they, and I'm going to vote the Whig party this year. They go, you're throwing your vote away. I'm like, yep, mine to throw away. You guys do better. You cannot keep campaigning on least worst.
Well, the whole system's broken regardless for many reasons.
Oh my gosh, somebody brought up ranked voting. That's another thing.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
Ranked voting, and I don't know if they have in your area, is a way of saving money on runoff elections. So now if we have an election and it's a tie, back in the day, they would go and have another election with a little bit more of a campaign cycle. And whoever the 2 candidates who were tied would only have to compete with each other. But they would have to compete with each other. And in a ranked choice voting, you actually put down a ranked set of choices. You say, well, I want to vote Desmond. And if Desmond doesn't win, then I want to vote for Coqui. And then so on and so forth. But here's the problem. If Desmond doesn't win, you don't know who Coqui's going to be running against. So you're voting in a blind election.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can
Everybody
see
thinks that this is a way of sorting out binary elections. It's not. It's a way of preventing. It's a way of saving money by not having another election, because elections are really expensive.
Yeah.
And basically ranked choice got in there so they wouldn't have to go get all the poll workers out again. But it's not real politics. It's not real campaigning, because I don't know who the other candidate is. So it's hard for me to say who I want to be in the runoff.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense, honestly. And also you might want to be like, oh, this person doesn't have what it takes, despite them having good views. Let's focus on this guy instead versus this guy. Knowing who so and so's up against. So I see the problems with that. Yeah, that's some pretty BS.
And we went into politics. We started a Hitchhiker's Guide. We wound up in politics. And the other thing we do is we have what they call an open primary in California, but it really is just a top 2 filter. So instead of a primary where the Frog Party decides if Coqui's going to run, and then the Whig Party decides if Desmond's going to run, and we all go into the general and we have a real discussion about this. In an open primary, theoretically, you can vote for any candidate you want, regardless of your party, but only 2 will go to the general election. Gotcha. I almost could handle if it was 3. But having only 2 candidates go to the general election is a problem.
I see now. I never really thought about it, though, about how it
Nobody
is
does.
Designated like that in a way. Because obviously they're like, oh yeah, you could just write in third party, but nobody takes it seriously or anything like that, because
you can run as a third party.
This or that. Yeah.
I got a few thousand votes. It was humbling. But listen, to be totally honest, although you campaign and you say you're going to win, and I had to deal with the fact that I might have to get an apartment in DC and actually I was getting mail to my house from the ethics commission to do filings and stuff. Oh, hi honey, you got something from work today? It's oh, U.S. House of Representatives, kind of cool. But the thing that I did it because everyone was telling me how much they knew about politics. And I said, there's no way you could know what you need to know about politics because you haven't done it. So we got it together and I did it. And I totally saw behind the curtain. I really wanted to see how far a regular person could go until they hit a wall.
Yeah,
And I found out.
that's a pretty good measurement. Was it pretty much where it became down to the two this whole thing you're describing, where it's like it came down to this or
Yeah,
this?
binary politics. We have enshrined a choice of only two candidates into our very laws.
Yeah.
That's how we get here.
Yeah.
I hope everybody agrees with me and doesn't hate me now.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We don't talk about politics very often, but
Not specific politics.
Yeah, not specific. The world is upside down right now and stuff, and
The level of suck is very high.
The level of suck is extremely high. It's dangerously high. It's really, really dangerously cheesy.
And the sewage is rising, and it hasn't risen to the level of the houses yet. This is when I talk to people in my life, I just say the sewage is rising, and when it reaches the level of the houses, somebody will do something. It just really stinks.
Yeah, you're talking.
So be kind to each other. Everyone is dealing with this level of background suck. And then when you see how bad it is and people driving terribly and being nasty to each other or being uptight or whatever, the level of background suck is really high.
Yeah, that is so true. That's what I always try to like keep in mind about stuff. Like people are going through like a lot of crap, no matter where your politics lie or anything like that. And a lot of people are tricked and stuff too with stuff. So it's like you got to be kind to other people and understand that what they're going through and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm catching stuff just like out of the corner of my eye in the chat, and you guys are amazing. Everybody's thinking right. Because I'm not telling you about a platform. I'm not telling you about a political belief. I'm saying, you know what? The way we organize this game, I don't care what team you're on, the way we organize the game is wrong. That's
the
awesome.
game cannot be played because they changed the rules to where it's not a game anymore. There's nothing. It's very hard for people to have an influence on their politics when the political system is essentially closed to itself.
Mm-hmm. It's genius, honestly.
And it doesn't matter who you are or what your beliefs are or what you're registered as. This is the truth. I mean, everybody knows it. I mean, a lot of people on each side just wish they could get out.
Yeah, it's an absolutely broken system. I hope that it changes one day. I hope it's not always like this.
Well, that's what it takes, I mean, if we get people thinking the right way.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Is it still fun yet?
No,
I think it was.
We can.
There's hope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's definite hope. I definitely think that there's hope, and I think that there's, like, some smart people out there and stuff, and I don't think it's over or anything. And it's nice to see that stuff is, like, backfiring for people, but,
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be willing to take it back, And here's the thing. Like, if it looks like things are really bad right now, just remember, other things have happened before.
Yeah.
It changes back just as quickly as it changed. Like, when this is over, it will be over quickly.
It's going to rubber band fast.
There might be some cleaning up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But just like how we got here kind of quickly, we will get out of here into the next thing kind of quickly also.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to see and
it just needs to start.
Apart. Yeah, it's starting to. The cracks are happening, which is good, but we'll see where that goes.
It can happen. Things will get better. I want to get back to our lives, and I'd love to see the background suck go down because that would be way better.
Yeah!
But in the meantime, day to day, we got to live. We got to have fun. If fantasies are what it takes to do that, then come out to science fiction conventions.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Like before you got here, I logged in super early because I didn't realize the chat window was going to be open super early. So I've been here for a while chatting with people, and everybody has quotes from Hitchhiker's Guide. It's so its own universe that there's something in there for absolutely everybody. Everybody's got a favorite piece of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in like many, many, many years, if I'm being completely honest. I do remember it being really lighthearted, and I really liked it at the time too. So I'm like actually excited to actually see it as an adult, because I saw it when I was much, much, much younger.
Yeah. So the fun part is, and here's the thing, I saw it when I was much, much younger too, but I saw a different one. So the thing about Hitchhiker's Guide is it goes back to like 1975, and it didn't start as a book. It started out as a radio play. So Douglas Adams was a writer and a comedian and didn't intend to get into science fiction, but he had an idea and he needed work, right? So one of the things he got was BBC, wanted somebody to write a radio play. So when you hear the radio play of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that is actually the first one. And then I believe the next thing that happened were a series of books, and the books actually they're not exactly like the radio play. They are sort of a different part of the radio play and then amplified. and then they go back and they pick up
Ah.
other bits from the radio play in subsequent books. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. But if you expect it to be like, oh well, Hitchhiker's Guide, I've read it in the book, so I must know what happened in the radio. I must know what happened in the BBC TV series. Therefore, I understand what's in the movies. But none of them match. They all have the same core, and there are a lot of things that they have in common. But Douglas Adams is a genius. I actually got to interview him one time. I had him on stage with me when they were releasing one of the games for Starship Titanic.
Nice.
And the guy is absolutely witty, but he said something, and he said this in the preface of the book. And he says, if you gave me a new way to tell my story, why would I tell you the old story? If I get an opportunity to tell my story in a new way, I'm going to tell a new version of my story. And you know what he did? He absolutely cut off all of the purists. He didn't have anything to do really with the movie. The movie's made from his material.
Yeah.
But you couldn't hate it. You couldn't say, oh, well, the movie was nothing like the books, because it wasn't supposed to be like the books. And the books weren't supposed to be like the radio. And the TV wasn't supposed to be like the radio or the books. They were all their unique interpretations. So it's totally possible to watch and enjoy every single iteration of this because they are all different.
I love that. That is like cool. I love when people like experiment and like they're not afraid to like switch it up or think like outside the box. Like it makes sense that like you'd have these opportunities to present it in a new way. Why not think like present it in a new way too? Like that's awesome, especially if it has like the author originally working on it, like still producing it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, he's been gone for a while now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and you really picked this up. I was just watching a little bit of the TV show. The TV show, it's interesting because I've spoken to Douglas Adams, and if you look at the way that people in the television bit, and even in the radio one, they talk a lot like he does. It's very witty, it's very sharp. It's one of the things I like about particularly old British television or very clever British television is that the language is really crisp and clear and witty, and it bounces around a bit. So, and it often it has a really good cadence to it. So when he was on stage next to me, when he was on the studio and sitting in a stool next to me, and we're talking about things.
Yeah.
The people in the studio there who were like running the cameras and the lights and everything are all a bunch of college kids who didn't really grow up with Hitchhiker's Guide. And I wasn't a big Hitchhiker's fanboy, so I wasn't like, you know, completely fawning over him. I was just talking to him, right? He had us in stitches. Everything that guy said wasn't just funny. It wasn't just really funny. It was razor sharp, genius. Couldn't believe it. Like absolutely straight to the bone funny without even trying. Just the way he said things was in this cadence of this wit. You just knew you got hit with a scalpel.
He was just like
and
a whimsical
we were
guy.
rolling. It took us all day to shoot a piece that probably was like 5 minutes long because we were just rolling doubled over. And he wasn't like he was like telling jokes. It wasn't Rodney Dangerfield or anything. The way he said things was like just made you think, because the best jokes are the ones that get funnier the more you think about them.
Yeah.
And he's super great at that. And that's what Hitchhiker's Guide is all about. It's him setting up something that's like just razor sharp and then sharpening it more as he goes throughout the book, right?
That
Like they're
is
just
the
these
best.
running gags that just get wittier as he just embellishes them with razor sharp wit. And I know it sounds like I'm overusing these phrases, but that's what it is. If you look at the appeal of even the movie, it's focused. The ideas that are ridiculous are clearly ridiculous. Like, let that sink in.
Yeah, no, that's great, like juxtaposition too, like where it's so over the top and yet it still makes you think. I love that kind of
Sheer
stuff.
VT, I see what you said. Yeah, everything, like I said, he says, Sheer VT says everything he ever wrote was like that too, even just like letters and drafts. And you watch him, like watch interviews with him. If you see interviews with him, just watch how he speaks, and you can see like just the clarity of thought in his eyes. You can see that he does not looking for words. The words are there, and he's just forming them into sharp shapes.
Wow, that's so cool. Has he done anything else besides I'm like not familiar with like his body of work.
Oh
I only
yeah,
know
there's
him
like
from
Dirk
Hitchhikers.
Gently. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Douglas Adams stuff out there, and that's the whole thing. And that's what I like. I like humor that makes me feel like I'm smarter instead of makes me feel like I'm dumber. Like a lot of the stuff, especially in the algorithm, stuff that just pounded at you, like Instagram or Reels or whatever you watch
Yeah.
of some of these comedians. There's two kinds where you feel dumber
There's
for
many,
laughing
actually.
at the thing, or you
I've,
feel
I've
dumber for
actually-
laughing at it, or you feel smarter for laughing at it.
I've actually studied comedy for
Really?
a lot. Actually, yeah, I've studied in
Well, that
New York
explains
City
everything.
and stuff like that. But yeah. There's actually many types of comedy, but that is very true. There are different types of comedy, and that's one way to look at it. Because some people think that it is like the feeling of acting like superior is what like will bring like a laughter out is like one of the theories. So like that one that like makes you feel like smarter, that actually plays into that a little bit.
But I mean, so they must have like, okay, we're totally going down a rabbit hole. This is great. I had no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in very capable professional hands. The doctor of comedy is in charge. No, so the running gag, like in radio, we call it shtick, right? So
Yeah.
if you make up a thing, the more you hang ornaments on that Christmas tree, the funnier it becomes. And then you create this loyalty of audience because they want to hear what the next thing is that's going to happen in the shtick, like the invented character. And I mean, you can think of a lot of different invented characters and invented, monologues that just go on in their serial.
Yeah. Like reoccurring characters and stuff like that. That gives the like the audience like something to be grounded on. They know kind of what to expect, but not, and they're excited to see like, oh, what's this character about to do? Like that kind of. Like,
and you've got that here.
sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got characters that you bring in. See, she knows what she's talking about. You wondered, and here I am doing surgery on your show. Okay, let me tell you about the nuts and bolts of how Coqui is so damn funny.
Oh, yeah, please let them know, please.
So that's why you love her.
No, but I like to play around with like all sorts of like forms of comedy though, because there's like a ton of them. But you definitely nailed that the two of those where it's like the superior versus like turn your brain off comedy. They're both good, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But and yet I still completely love Idiocracy and think it's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh my god, yeah, that is a. Have you seen the Boots Riley movies?
No.
You might actually quite enjoy those. There is one that did come out recently called
I Love Boosters.
That's the one.
Yeah, it was shot right here.
Oh, wow. This, I don't want to give you too many spoilers about this, but it's very Idiocracy type levels of shenanigans. Yet there is some
You're
twists.
selling it.
There's some twists and turns you would never expect, but it's taking place in modern day, and it has a lot to do with all sorts of crazy shit going on. So I would,
No, you're really selling it. I was kind of gonna be like, oh, I don't know, it looks kind of dopey, but no, if you're selling it, I'm buying it.
Yeah, it sells it that it's a. Do you know anything about boosting? Like the Yeah. Okay, so it goes down that, and that's why I was interested in seeing it, just because like I used to live like close to New York. I used to be friends with like boosters and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I want to see this. It's cool. Turns out the movie wasn't totally about boosters. It was like crazy and commentary about all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not. That's the package it comes in, but it's a whole different movie that you would ever expect.
You've sold me on it. I will take it serious. Though there are people in my life who will be really surprised that you turned me around. But and it wasn't. I'm like not going to see it. Here's my problem. I can't sit through movies. I don't know if you guys, it's my ADHD or whatever, but I cannot sit through. It's really hard for me to sit through a movie because it's like I'm not diagnosed or anything. But I've made enough media. Here's the problem. If you make television, you can't watch television, right? Like I can't watch reality shows. I'm like, this is totally phoned in. I can't believe they paid.
Oh my god, I know exactly what
zero effort.
I know exactly what you're
So
talking
I can't watch
about.
television. Except there are some things that are really clever.
Oh yeah.
You have the same problem.
I have the same problem, especially like reality TV, especially knowing. Okay, so like I've also gotten like they hire people for those things. They hire people for positions of those things. They hire.
Oh yeah.
They're looking for specific characters to be for those things. So it's like very hard to actually enjoy it, knowing it's all fabricated. And did you know that like most of those like TV shows like Tyra Banks and stuff like that, that's all like improv actors. I got mixed up in one of those one time, and I found that out on accident.
They didn't tell you. Well, you were the one they don't tell, right? So like, okay, today we're going to be doing a home renovation, and 4 of the contractors are actually contractors. The 5th one's a comedian who thinks he's an electrician. Let's see how long it takes for him to get electrocuted.
Yeah, it's like kind of like that. It's everything's like super fabricated. So like once the curtain was pulled back on TV, I was like, So it's like it's less fun to like enjoy like that kind of stuff. I can't watch reality TV. I can't watch it. It just feels like garbage. Like I want to see like a well put together story with characters and comedy layered in it. I need like the full thing, But movies.
The best you can do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's a latency. So you guys, I'm not really trying to cut her off. There's a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah,
even
it
though we're
happens with me too.
on a call.
Yeah. It happens with me too. Yeah. don't
So
worry.
movies, go on. I'm going to make you keep going.
Oh, you're fine. With movies, I find them like really digestible for me as long as the movie is well thought out and it comes in a package, if that makes sense. Because if there's like enough, if it's short enough and stuff too, that to me is like, cool, that was the story. I can't really like binge long series or anything like that because I'm like, you could have told this story in like an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
You know what it takes for me? If the world is believable, I can live in it. And so that's one of the reasons that I like Idiocracy is the world is believable, even though it's kind of like a like kind of a lot of fart jokes. The world that they believe that they built it into with the funky little dune buggy cars and everyone's wearing Crocs and you get your clothes out of a like a toilet seat cover dispenser. I can buy into a reality like that because they're committed to it. The actors there are totally committed to it, except it gets harder to watch Idiocracy every year because I always remember that scene from the reflecting pool in front of the the Washington Monument and everybody's driving jet skis in it.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I looked at the picture of the White House and it really is the East Wing that's gone in Idiocracy. Is that scary or what?
That's wild. Wow. I feel like that. Whoa.
Oh my God, it kills me. But anyway, but the fact that they built a believable world, I like. That's why I like Star Wars. Star Wars movies. I love Star Wars movies because you buy into the world. And Star Trek, while I'm not as big of a Trekker, I like the Star Trek universe because it's totally consistent. Gene Roddenberry said every door needs to make the same noise, no matter where in history it occurs. They all go,
I love that.
But think about it. That kind of consistency. That's comfort. Like I can live in this world. I'll now. Like the suspension of disbelief is easy because I'm comfortable with this place. I've been here before. I'm in my alternate home, but it's still a home.
Yeah.
And then I will accept whatever crazy story you give me.
Yeah, that's important is like the world building and stuff like that too. That like, some people don't really take into account that's like is such an important element in, the movie, the setting and stuff like that, especially when it's believable like that. Or, they do like reoccurring stuff like that. Like, that kind of is how you actually do some comedy stuff is like the reoccurring joke. They say comedy comes in threes. So like, that's how you can establish stuff too. So like movies kind of very similar to that too.
I've never heard this comedy comes in threes thing. Tell me this.
Yeah. So you might actually, once I tell you this, you're going to have to, you'll probably notice
I won't be able to listen to jokes anymore.
Yeah, in a way. You won't be able to watch sitcoms and stuff like that because like that's literally a rule. There's a rule in comedy that if you're going to do a callback, you got to do it 3 times because it's not funny if you do it 2 times and it's not funny if you do it 4 times. The magic number is 3. And so when you make a joke, you bring it back around 3 times and then you bury that one.
Yeah, and I mean, like, even in like talk radio, you've got to learn when to bury a story. Like, I used to be a guest on a guy's show, and I won't say his name because he's pretty gracious to me, but he would take a topic that was probably interesting the first 3 times and beat the hell out of it for 3 hours. At 3 times, not 3 hours, fella. But I'm like, listen to the guy, and it was just painful. He'd be hooked on this idea. I'm like, yeah, even though you're totally passionate about what that idea is, you gotta let it go, or no one's gonna care. I mean, especially if you're passionate about it, you really want people to care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You also have to bring up like new interesting talking points and stuff too, and not to just be a dead horse. Basically, you gotta, you find more information about something, show the insight of like the new stuff. But when it's like the same thing just drilled over and over and over again, that's exhausting.
I mean, I just caught my eye. Adam G. Craig. Idiocracy is like Star Wars. It only looks and feels like a real place on a superficial level due to the powers of the artists who built the sets and costumes and the actors who inhabited it. The logic of both settings is nonsense. Absolutely, absolutely true. I mean, without the talent, and this is why AI is so terrifying, generative AI, is that it's the death of talent. And no one was really going to feel the need to even start excelling in things. I know people who make music and I don't hope I don't alienate anyone in your audience this way. I really doubt I will. But I've got a friend who likes to make AI songs. And, as much as I want to be supportive, I'm like, you really didn't do this.
Yeah. Yep.
And the thing is if you really, really wanted to make songs, understand music, understand theory, or write lyrics for somebody who does and collaborate because the thing is AI has no soul. Yep. I mean, I'm not convincing anybody anything, but that's really, when you try to put this thing into perspective, AI has no soul and it leads to the death of talent.
Yes. It's really funny that you say this. I literally have been arguing with a sponsor. Not arguing. They've been polite. I will say they've been polite, but I've been having some going back and forth with a sponsor recently. And a lot of the time, as a gamer on Twitch, not that I'm a good gamer, but I play games. A lot of games have been coming in that have been AI, so I have to like really go through stuff with like a comb. It's such a pain in the ass nowadays because I could just accept stuff before and just not see AI, but almost nearly everything I get nowadays has AI, and I politely decline, because I'm not gonna play something that has AI.
It's hard to tell sometimes, though.
It is. I have a big time having troubles like identifying it even, and so I'm currently talking to, again, they're being very polite and stuff too, but I'm talking to a company currently where they did not use AI for the art, and I was like, you're still missing a very important thing. You are using AI to translate and localize, and you're taking word is an art, and you not saying it's an art and admitting that it's an art is actually making your game kind of cheap now, because you're not taking this seriously. You're not taking translation as a real skill seriously. Localization and translation are two different skills, like entirely. It usually takes two different types of
I used to
people
do that.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
One of my first jobs in video games was localizing one of our RPG games that played on the PC and localizing into French and German, but I didn't speak French or German. I was trying to make sure that the text fit, so it was kind of pointless.
I see. Yeah. And so like there's even like a further step, because like say like with anime, with like localization, you got flaps to match, okay? So like when you get the translation, people would have to like go ba 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 ba, and you have to come up with a sentence that is like that flow of ba 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 ba, but still make it make sense with the translation, but not lose the meaning and come from the character without like messing up too much. And so that is a whole skill that like you are like chopping off and getting rid of, aside from translation, which is a whole other skill, because like knowing how to interpret and know the intention and feelings of a scene, AI is never going to understand that. So I was explaining that to this company, saying like, you are discrediting the art, but you're not discrediting that the art of the writing and the translation is still a skill that you are taking away from a human, and you're taking the human experience out of it. And I'm trying to talk to them and see if we can maybe work something out together, because I'm like, I will play your game if you take the AI out. In fact, I will even, honestly, here's a call for all companies. If you come to me with AI, and even if it's just translation, you don't think it's a big deal, it is a huge deal. You're taking humanity out of it. If you want to give me that sponsorship, I will take it for you to pay your translator, and I will not take anything from it, however many hours that will be. Maybe if it will make you not use AI in games, I will be willing to do that stuff for sponsors. So
yeah,
I offered that to them today. We'll see what happens.
But you have to tell the stories of the people who are getting it right. And here's the danger. Like, as much as we can, we can absolutely get on a podium about AI because it's scary, and a lot of people are looking at the wrong thing and looking at how it harms the workforce. And that is definitely a real thing, but doesn't mean so much to the people who are doing that thing. What does mean something to them is the real live credibility issue. So if I go and I'm looking at a story, like, and this happens to me, like half the things I read that are just news bits, when I see a piece of bad AI or just excessive, like running at the mouth writing, and I know what's happening, I go away. So here's the problem. If the whoever's making that game is taking a chance.
Yeah.
They're taking the chance that someone playing this game will experience something that doesn't make any sense, and then it will ruin their experience. And it's like, AI is a wrench, but it's not a mechanic.
Yeah.
So even if you have the first pass of this do AI, you still need a native speaker to go through and smooth it out. And this is my job, right? So every time I did something in television, a producer, every time you see me standing in front of a camera, like on the stage, and I'm just doing my own thing, like the reviews and everything, I never wrote scripts for those things. I made sure I really knew what I was talking about. And they have teleprompters. We had teleprompters, it was a little thing that letters are in front of the camera lines. Yeah. I just put bullet points in there so I didn't forget to say something, right?
Yeah.
I knew what the stuff was, like talk about the thing, talk about the thing, talk about the thing, and then I would just do that. But producers, when they're writing and they're scripting to time and they know the structure of their story and they're doing all the cutting, like I go out and I talk to Tim Schafer and ride in his car and look at the storyboards, and we, get everything into can.
Oh yeah.
Then the producer takes all those pieces and then they assemble a thing, and to make it work, they give me some voiceover to read.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you take the voiceover, it was written by somebody else, and you put it into your voice. So I would always, you're like, okay, I preserve the length and size and the cadence of it, but I'm like, no, I never say this kind of a word. I would say this way. and then we agree on it. But again, like you're saying, you take a translation because it has an inflection and a purpose and a meaning and a character and a style.
Yeah.
You have to have a human who understands that style. The AI is never, train it as much as you want, it's never gonna have soul. And you need soul if you want to make a connection. So if connection, this is what you tell, I mean, somebody who wants to do this. If you really value the connection that you're making with your audience so little that you would entrust that job to a machine, I can only wish you luck.
Yep. Yeah. It always screams like cheap product to me too, where I'm like, really, you couldn't pay this for a translate? You couldn't do this one thing? Even like
it's just broken. Even if it's being cheap, it's just broken. This isn't coming across because there's a reason that you have people do this.
Yeah, there is a reason. Exactly. Because it's not like a computing task. It's like translation. Literally, the robot will never understand the intent and feelings of the scene. You know what I mean? But
sure. But machine learning, like I have more than one. I have six Sony Aibo robot dogs, and theoretically they are machine learning or possibly AI
now.
dogs. Yeah, the older ones are cheap. I started buying them here we're totally all over the place. So I started buying Sony Aibo. I got one I thought was pretty cool, and then it was kind of rickety. I'm like, I'm gonna need another one for parts. And then I got another one for parts, but it wasn't really that broken. I was able to fix it. I'm like, oh, now I have two. And then I started realizing that you could get them really cheap if they are broken, and like at least the 1999 version, the ERS 111 is not that hard to fix. But I have been to a robot dog show, and I have won ribbons for my robot dog. And so there's machine learning. Like, that's fun. And of course, but any of the soul that we put into it, and people who own the brand new Sony Aibo, the ERS 1000, which, oh my God, like last week, Sony announced they're not going to make those anymore.
Oh,
but
really?
I went to a robot dog show, and I was like, seriously, 50 people and their robot dogs who really believed that they really wanted to believe that the dogs were real and had personalities, but that's a projection.
Yeah.
Like Betamax only has the personality I projected on her.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I've got to like people.
Is that what you named
Yeah, that's the first one we got was Betamax.
That's so cute. What are they?
Well,
Okay,
another
if I may ask, what are your robo dogs names?
What, all of them?
Yeah. Because I mean, I know what a Betamax is. I didn't need to cut you off, but like, you could tell them about like what Betamax is. I'm pretty sure. I know what my analytics are. I'm pretty sure that they know what Betamax is. I know. What
Should I grill you
are.
on what Betamax is?
They're tiny little VHS tapes.
No, they're actually bigger. Well, no, they're just like a slightly different form factor.
Yeah, they're like tinier, but maybe fatter. Like they were like tiny. They were smaller than the VHS tape, but maybe they were fatter.
So there were two competing videotape standards when this came out. Sony had a standard called Betamax, and then everybody else had VHS video home system. Mm-hmm. And the Sony stuff was better. It had better resolution. I think it had a higher frame rate. I don't remember exactly. But what happens is they got out-marketed by a conglomerate of other companies that beat them. And this story is just another wonderful story. But Betamax is a generally thought of as superior format that lost due to a marketing game. So since it was Sony and it was another genius idea ahead of its time, I named the other Sony thing as a genius idea ahead of its time after it. So Betamax is the first Aibo dog that we got.
I love that. So did you name them all after like old tech too?
Yeah, there's one called Soul after the Soul terminal computer, which was like one of the very early plug it into your TV and have a computer at home in the 70s kind of things.
Oh, that's cool.
And then another one is called, these are ERS 7s, which are the ones from like 2003 that actually can do voice recognition, although not very well. Mm-hmm. And then there's Altair. Altair is another home computer. And then Elvis is one that is got software in it that is very entertaining. And he's called Elvis because when I ordered him, for some reason, FedEx sent him to Nashville for a while. Sent him to my town, didn't deliver him, sent him back to Nashville for like a week, and then sent him to me. So he's Elvis.
That's
and
awesome.
Rusty is the one that I got that was totally screwed up.
Oh, nice. That's a cute name for it too.
Yeah.
Do you have them all up and working now?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's really hard to get him out and like play with them all. It's not this like main thing I do. It's one of those like, oh yeah, collect all these things are pretty cool. I really ought to play with them. But it was fun, like you're learning a new thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love learning new stuff.
But when you think of a Sony Aibo dog and in the idea of AI, it's really just a machine learning model. We don't talk about machine learning anymore. But remember, 96 was the Tamagotchi. right? And that was the
Yeah.
idea was as you played with the Tamagotchi, the way that you responded to the input or it would give you some stimulus like, oh, it would like do a trick. And then you'd say, oh, I like that trick. And then in machine learning, it's going through a matrix of weighted semi-random in brackets to generate a unique personality. And then all those virtual pets are based on the same way. This is the same thing. This is essentially a Tamagotchi with legs and a head that can walk around and chase a ball.
Yeah, I never really like looked at it like that. That is just like a mobile Tamagotchi. I still have Tamagotchis. They've gotten real smart.
You need an Ibo.
Yeah, I'll have to. I remember them from like back in the day, like forever.
They were
ago
wild.
back in the day.
It's like, oh my God, that thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't buy ERS. So they quit making them after 2003, and they started making them around the pandemic. And remember, the concept that they sold this to the people was, in Japan, there are many lonely people who live in apartments and are not allowed to have pets. This solves that problem, right? It's kind of a fantastic problem, but that was how they did it. So in like 2018, they said, you know what? I think we're there again. And they started making one called an ERS 1000 that's highly articulated. I mean, it's got like twice as many joints as the original ones. And it's cloud connected and it just is really amazing. But the problem is that you can't buy it in, I think, Maryland, Illinois, and maybe Texas. I'm not so sure about Texas. And the reason you can't buy them, they are an unregistered facial recognition cloud connected device.
Oh.
And they're regulated.
Oh, interesting. So they're basically like exotic pets in a way in some states.
Yeah, Brandley B got it. Yeah, the problem is it's cloud connected. I mean, mine can recognize me, but they don't have a cloud connection, so there's no fear because I own the whole on-premises thing. Yeah. But yeah, Bradley nailed it. Brandley B nailed it. Problem is it's cloud connected. And that's why I don't own one. I call it, I have a name for it. I call it the Puppinator.
I love that. The Puppinator. Wait, Japan doesn't allow pets? Oh, they do allow pets. It's just that they don't have like a lot of space for pets. It's not that they don't.
Well, and you got to take it out and the whole thing. I mean, it's really smart. The ERS 7 has its own charging dock and it has like a kind of a QR code on a pole so it can find it. So when it's starting to die, it can walk itself over and squat down on its charger. And I think ERS 1000 certainly could do it too.
That's impressive. I like had at one point one of those vacuum cleaners that would like auto go. That thing had no idea where it lived or how to charge itself. I would find it like under the couch dead. Like it had no idea where it lived.
So another unbelievable Desmond story. I interviewed the lady who invented that.
Oh no way. Well,
she was
actually, I'm not
a doctor
surprised,
from Australia who invented the Roomba. And we didn't know we were going to interview her, but we were at CES and we were doing radio interviews. And what we always had was, I have just the most fantastic producer, Christy. And she would line up all these heavy hitters like, the president of Sony and, he's going to be there. And then those guys would find something more important to do than be on the radio and they would disappear. So what she had is she always had a kind of a bullpen of people who would go on if there was a spot and they would wait for their chance. And the lady who invented the Roomba waited to be interviewed, and she was so awesome. She was super smart, completely sweet, and a genius. And I'm sure earned every penny that she made off of that thing. And we're shopping for one right now. Like, so our friends had one like, oh my God, I want somebody else to sweep the floor.
Oh my God. Yeah. I wound up getting one because like I've got pets and it helps a lot with like the fur, they get random little fur balls constantly. So it helps with that. But the one that I got was not very good. So it wound up like breaking after like 2 years. So like I didn't do my research on it, but I don't know. I think.
Well, and there's a bunch of different ones, like everybody makes one and we're doing the research right now. And some of them do mopping and some of them heat their own water. And they're like, oh my God, this is just too much.
Yeah, I had no idea that they upgraded like that. It was a while since I had mine, but yeah.
And we don't really, like all our floors like cluttered and they would just be bouncing up. Then I don't want it to fight with my Ibo. I'm going to find my Ibo riding it around like a cat.
Yeah, or just like, okay, so, or it'll behave like a dog, where it just gets scared and it's just like hiding in the corner away from it because it's like moving.
Yeah, it's going to terrify it. What I need to do is put them both on the same Wi-Fi. But the one reason we never got it is we have a dog. We have a Boston Terrier. He's awesome. But back in the day, you get a dog who's not housebroken, and like the worst thing ever is when your Roomba runs over a dog pile and then evenly distributes it.
Oh, then there's a bigger that's like the AI deleting the databases, and they have to go back through and clean it through.
AI dog poop being spread by bots.
Well,
I think I broke the coqui. Listen to her.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good analogy. Now that you said that you have a Boston Terrier, I've seen pictures of you with Boston Terrier. Do you just like Boston Terriers, or is that the same little Boston Terrier?
Accident. I just
accent?
know I kind of know how they operate, So like use the
Yeah.
same kind of car, like, oh yeah, okay, I know what that kind of car is about.
Yeah.
No, the first one was a dog that needed a home, and
Aw.
we didn't even want a dog, and she really adopted us and showed us how to do it, and we just fell in love, and then we started doing rescue, and like if you know kind of like what the twitches are, what the things about that certain kind of dog are, it makes it easier to help people get the right one and stuff. So I did
Aw.
Boston Terrier rescue for like 20 years, and it was cool. We put a lot of dogs in homes. It was great.
That
And
is
so
really
knowing
sad.
how that dog works, knowing what they're about is really the best way to make sure the families they go to are the right family. So if you go to like rescue, you want to adopt a dog, if you can find a breed rescue for the breed that you
Mhm.
want, they're experts. They're geniuses. They just like, these dogs are fun. These dogs are twitchy. These dogs like kids, whatever it is that the thing is, when you go to a breed specific rescue, they absolutely know it.
Dude, that you're so cool, Desmond. That is so rad. One day I want to have a border collie rescue. I currently have 2 border collies.
Oh yeah.
I've had border collies my whole life. It's the same thing. I know how the hardware works. I'm as hyper as they are. I'm always taking them out and stuff. I want to do a rescue for them one day because so many of them wind up in shelters and stuff because people don't know what they're getting into when they get a border collie.
So
It's-
here's the question.
yeah.
Smooth coat or rough coat?
Oh, I've got well, actually, I have one with a rough coat and one with a smooth coat. But they.
I love the smooth coat.
Me too. The smooth is my favorite. The smooth is.
They're
my
such
favorite.
cool looking dogs. And here's the thing. So you're not going to believe this, but the partner rescue that we kind of, we cooperated with, like, if they went to go rescue some of their dogs and there was a Boston, they would pick one up and we would do the same thing. Like it was a partner rescue, was border collie. So we had a lot of border collies. And I remember there was this one border collie named Ripley that was a rescue, and they trained Ripley, and that dog was so smart and so agile, and like catch a frisbee, do agility, do, canine good citizen, all of the qualifications. That dog was a genius. And I've never seen a dog that was as athletic and brilliant as that dog, Ripley.
Yeah, some border collies have like that like really really high intelligence, and they love working. Mine are kind of lazy. They just like going for walks and stuff. But I did have one that was like high intelligent like that, where she knew like 35 tricks. She would like, you'd be able to tell her to go get a specific thing. She would go get that specific thing. She was very highly intelligent and loved like agility. And she also, like, we lived on a farm at the time too, and like she would just chase the sheep like up and down constantly along the fence and stuff. And my other dog would just sit at the door barking to be let in for air conditioning. It was very funny.
I'm so glad that you said that. So, and again, more unbelievable stories, but absolutely true. I can't make these up. We had a border collie running loose in our neighborhood, and
Whoa.
like there's no people around, and this happens out here once in a while, right?
Yeah.
And so we talked to we got a leash on it, and we brought it into the house and stuff. And the dog was, really smart, absolutely incredible dog. And it had Boston Terrier markings for like, oh my God, we keep this dog and be like having a big Boston, right? But what the problem was, and it was really cool, it was really sweet, it was great with our dog and everything, which you're kind of not really supposed to mix found dogs, but whatever, we can deal with. It's not like I have a whole kennel. And then the border collie started herding the Boston Terrier, like got him in like a corner by using their body to like get them in a corner. So Marcus is like, I don't think I like this. But so we found that dog found a great home, and it was just a great dog.
Yeah, that's really cute. Yeah, border collies are funny like that, where they try to like herd or like when I was a kid, I had border collies then too. She would keep us in the yard and like nip at us if we try to like leave the yard and stuff too. They're really funny.
Yeah, but it's always amazing when you find a dog that's really that smart or has a certain kind of personality. In our Bostons, we've had a bunch of them, but wasn't there something we were going to talk about tonight?
Oh yeah. We were gonna I mean, if you want to, we could literally we can watch it if you want to.
We're gonna do
the whole thing. You want to watch the whole thing?
nothing. I mean, like, I think we've already like
We can
talked.
yap if you want to yap. If you just want to yap this out, we could yap it out too. We don't have to
for sure.
follow the
Well,
original
anyway.
plan.
So I'm going to the Sci-Fi Con. It's going to be July 3rd through the 6th. If you want to come and meet me and say hello, I will be there. They told me I'm doing autograph signings, so I'm now trying to find things to autograph. I've got to go make some posters. Anyway, it's called BayCon. You can find out about it at baycon.org. The theme is going to be Hitchhiker's Guide, and I've already seen the stuff that they've made for it. It's really amazing. It's going to be a ton of fun. I mean, like everybody loves at least some part of Hitchhiker's Guide, and if they don't, it's really easy to get involved. Sometimes it's intimidating, like a big property like Hitchhiker's Guide. You're like, oh my God, there's a lot of books. I don't really know much of it. I didn't want to start because it's just going to be an investment. you just go and have fun, bring your towel, be a hoopy fruit, just kind of soak in it. And it's not the only thing they were going to do. There's certainly plenty of that. I'm doing the Dance at the End of the Universe. That's going to be on Sunday. I'm going to DJ it. And I think I might live stream it over Night Ride FM. I haven't really figured out if the timing works out for that. But the idea was, what a great thing for a sci-fi con, right? So the restaurant at the end of the universe in Hitchhiker's Guide is this idea where you go for special occasions that's in a time bubble at the end of the universe where, everybody from every universe, every alien species, every franchise, every property, every whatever can all be in the same place, and it actually makes sense. So I figured, okay, well, that'd be the great way to do like a masquerade ball, costume party thing. I'll just do a party at the end of the universe, because then the Trekkers and the Star Wars guys and the furries and everybody, they can be at the party and it actually makes sense.
I love it. That's genius.
So we're doing that on Sunday. That's going to be super fun.
I love that
Hey,
that's
there I
going to
am.
be the theme, too. That is genius. Yes. This is BayCon, guys. Again, this is the Bay Area. This is on, what was it, July 5th? I'm sorry.
It's the July 4th weekend, but it's 4 days.
yeah,
so it's
July-
the 3rd through the 6th.
There it is, July 3rd through the 6th. Hell yeah.
And then we're right next to Six Flags Great America in Santa Clara. Is like right outside the door of the place. So they always have a really epic fireworks thing on the 4th. We did this last year. It was pretty fun. And we got some fun people. Sumiko, she is the poet in residence, but one of the other things she does is writes erotic fiction. I haven't got a chance to really talk to her too much yet. And then the gals from IO9, the website and the property, they're going to be there. We've got the Kitchen Witch. I think she's going to be a blast. It's going to be a bunch of fun.
She looks cute. The Kitchen Witch. I've never heard of her. She sounds so cute.
Yeah. So there's always really nice people there, and everybody there goes. It's a great hotel that we do it in. It's a bunch of fun.
Yeah, man, that is so
I
cool.
haven't gotten a chance to meet any of the other guests of honor. I really kind of was hoping to, but things have caught up pretty quick. But I'm really, really, really looking forward to hanging out with these folks, because they're all people who've done really amazing things.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then there's also me.
You've also done a million cool things, though. You've done so many millions of cool. I mean, we discovered you from you doing cool things. Like
I know. I watched that video. I can't believe you guys. You really probed my whole existence.
We went in on you.
I feel like I've been probed.
We went in on you.
Oh my god. I'm thinking, you know what? I really need to rethink my online presence. That blog is. I really should update that blog. That's pretty old.
No, you're fine. No,
I started doing it.
It was funny
I
because
started doing the blog, and I thought, I don't know if I sure want to do this, but I really want to take it down.
yeah. Oh no, keep it up, because you might actually want to like have it in the future too. But it
It's
felt
all
like
so dated.
it felt like encountering almost like a relic from the past. But as I slowly realized it, you've
Gosh,
been
thanks.
doing it the right. Well, I mean, in the positive way. I don't mean like, oh, you're
I'm joking.
so ancient. No. I mean, as in like a relic from the past, as in like when the things were good, if that makes sense. And yeah, okay, like your Otaku Patrol website. I've been like going down the indie web a lot recently. Do you ever mess around with that stuff?
No, what are you talking about?
Whoa, Desmond. Okay, all right.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
I said tell me. I didn't say jam me up about it.
Ooh, I'm so
And don't-
excited.
I'm not old. I'm a time traveler.
Yeah, he's a time traveler, and I'm 28 years old, guys. All right.
2018, whatever it takes.
So, the indie web is there's a resurgence recently of people basically removing themselves from the internet, because the internet sucks, and they're removing themselves from social media. And you remember the days of GeoCities, obviously.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so there's a new thing called NeoCities, and people are making GeoCities pages over here and like doing web rings and doing it the old way we used to, of how discoverability wasn't paid algorithms and people industry plant crap and all that stuff. It's literally the way it used to be with web rings and just like having your presence, just you're letting your art speak for itself. And it's been picking up like a lot of like motion recently, and I'm not the only person who's like come to this conclusion or anything like that. This was all ongoing while I was curious about it. But you can basically, here, I can show us like right behind even. We can go straight to NeoCities.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, in OPG, we were exploring with what is the new technology and how are we going to use it? But it was always about what it is that we were trying to do. Like, what is the new technology and how are we going to use it to be more social, have more fun, and interact with each other better?
Yeah.
And then technology got into the way that people weren't interacting with each other.
Yeah.
So, and I knew this was going to happen. People are remembering that people are about people.
Yes.
And the technology was just a way to connect them. And I think what you're going to show me is people rebelling against the
Yep.
way that technology has made them think they were interacting with each other when they really weren't.
Yes, you nailed it. This is literally like here's like all of the sites. These are just these are either ones that were built recently or recently updated, but it's like we're all you could still see the window, right? I'm still sharing window with you.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, you can see it's like even got like old style websites. It doesn't have like that newer web 3.0 look where everything is like, where's the menu? Where's this? It's the old style with tables and stuff like that and
Divs
hyperlinks.
and
Yeah. So a lot of people are going back to like this style of stuff, and it's starting to like get a lot of motion, which is really cool because the artists are all going there, and social media like. They say that like where the artists go, that's where people will go. So it's nice to see like artists kind of like seeing this and realizing this at the same time, being like, hey, the internet used to not suck like this, and I love seeing more and more of this too. So
well, when you're looking at all these things and you're trying to put it through a lens, and I am a time traveler, right? I've watched this stuff from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Not like the abacus or anything, but I was there at what we called the dawn of the consumer internet and the resulting consumer electronics boom, right? Where people were really engaging in technology. I mean, I have lived in a home with a rotary phone. I remember when touch tones happened. I was a phone freak as a teenager because I wanted to connect with other people. So when you look at all this stuff, and even when I've had like other people I've worked with in television who just didn't know what to do with this technology and were intimidated by it, I said, remember, there's people involved. None of this technology runs itself so far.
Yeah.
But remember that at the end, at every device that's connected to the anything, there is a human made of meat who is trying to figure out who they are and what it is they're supposed to be doing. If you forget that element, everything you do is useless. If you remember that element, everything you do will win.
Yes. Desmond, you've got such a giant brain. I wish more
That's
people
what the hair
thought
is.
like you. Oh yeah, that has to make up.
That's what's under. That's why the hair is big, so you can't tell that I have a huge alien pulsating glittering brain.
Yeah. Do you have a forehead taller or less than Joss Whedon?
I have a 5 head.
A 5 head. So that's about as tall as Joss Whedon.
One more than, so that's like 20% more than a 4 head. Actually, no. I probably at this point I really do have like a 7 head. I've got to do something about it.
Probably. Are you gonna dye it blue?
Okay, guys. So I love you all, and we're all friends here, and this is a safe space. So I'll tell you what my dilemma is today. I'm gonna. This is inside Desmond's brain. This is because you all love me and I love you too. I will tell you what is on my mind. I am trying to decide who I am when I go, because this is going to be one of the most visible things that I've done besides your show in a long time. And I'm going to be in front of people and whatever. So I am a little older, right? Like I'm not super duper old, but I'm a little older. And I have my natural hair color is now gray, and it's actually almost kind of white. And I kind of like it, but it makes me look old, and I don't feel old, and I don't want to be old, and I don't want to be perceived as old. So typically what I do when I go do some of these events is I will dye my beard, and then I will also dye my hair. But if anybody's ever seen me, the hair kind of retired. Like this blue hair is rad, but it lives in Belize or something and sends me postcards. And I haven't gotten, and I haven't replaced it yet. So I don't know if I told you the story, but the first year I did California Extreme, which I'm doing again, August 8 and 9. I was getting dolled up to come down and do my DJ set at the music showcase, and I was running late and I was kind of hyped up, right? I wear a white leather jacket. It's kind of like retro wave, 80s kind of a look, whatever. And I go and I jump into an elevator. It's going down because I think I'm late. The band's going on before me. I'm like the MC. I don't want to make anybody wait. I think I'm late. It's taking a long time to get an elevator. I jump in and they notice I'm dolled up, and it's a bunch of folks that might be in their like early, maybe mid 20s. And they look at me and they're like, "Oh, hey, are you here to see Desmond?" It really blew me out. I'm like, yeah, I see Desmond a lot. And, I thought I was being set up, and I said, it's me. And so here's the thing. First of all, I didn't know I had any fans. I didn't know, and I definitely know that didn't think they were going to show up to something like, because it's been a long time. It really has been. I mean, I still do stuff, but I just don't do, stuff. Probably I'm not a media person, and I've changed a lot. So here's my hang up. They came there and they told me, we came here just to see you, but didn't recognize me. So my dilemma is, do I keep fighting it. Like, do I present this image as closer to what people remember me as, which I like. I mean, I like looking like that. It's a little bit of work, more work than it used to be. But I don't think I want to go be like, the old guy. So like tomorrow I'm getting a haircut. That's why I'm not on webcam, right? And then I'm probably going to diet because I kind of do that and I like it. Makes me feel good.
Hell yeah.
But is it really just the day to say, oh, you know what? Screw it. I got gray hair and most of it's falling out. I'll just rock that look. And I can't do it. I just don't think I'm ready to be that guy.
If it's not calling to you, it's not you then. If you have this thing inside you saying, I'm not that guy, you don't have to, nobody's making you give that guy up. You could still be that guy always. You don't have to do that. Do you know who Batty Winkle is?
No.
Can I show you an old lady pinup
totally.
artist? She's a pinup artist.
Okay.
She's great though. I'll show you Batty Winkle. She passed away recently, but she was one of the most badass ladies ever. Let's see.
Interrobang 212, thank you so much. Desmond is discovering a good chunk of the appeal of being a VTuber. Hey, what do you think? I did pretty good with my avatar. I did this just for you.
Yeah, you really did. Desmond really did make the Vroid for the very first time that he came on the show. But yeah,
I could use a better avatar.
This is a. Oh wait, hang on. Don't make me lie.
I did my hair for you today. You see this? I put it up.
Yeah, I see that you.
Last time it was down.
Yeah, I remember the old avatar too. I was trying to find like a new one of it today, but she's just basically this pinup artist who's like been like from the 60s, and she never gave it up. She stayed that until she was an old little lady, and she was like so badass.
But she's badass because she's rocking it, right?
Yeah,
so like, here's my thing.
Allowed to
how
rock
do
it.
I rock it?
So
how do I rock Desmond Crisis into his 50s?
You do the blue wherever you want to do the blue. You bring your radio. You bring the leather
I'd have to
jacket.
paint my head like an Easter egg at this point. I'm not bald.
You
I mean,
could
it's
do
just,
Blue Man
it's
Group.
thinned out.
The Blue Man Group's pretty popular.
But I'm not gonna do it. That was best idea you've had all day, right? Just kidding. So anyway, and here's the other thing. And you know what I think I'm gonna do though? Somebody says that if you go to Turkey and you could get great hair transplants cheap. And it's not this idea like need them cheap.
Yeah.
But apparently, my sister is like a hairstylist, was my hairstylist till she moved to Texas to have babies. She says that when she has people come in and they have hair transplants, if they're from Turkey, they look fantastic. And if they're American, they don't look as good.
Yeah, the American ones, they look like ant legs.
Oh, you know what? You know this too.
The American legs look like ant legs. Yeah, it doesn't look right.
Legs? Ant legs? I've never heard that.
It looks like that was a Bill Burr bit forever ago that you stapled ant legs on. It looks like you stapled ant legs because of like how deep like the holes are for them and stuff like that. But no, I actually do know about that just because like there's like girls who actually go there to get extensions and stuff like that, like which is like crazy to me.
Wild.
Yeah.
You know who has the best hair transplant ever?
Who's that?
Gary Newman. Do you remember Gary Newman? He did In Cars back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
He's a genius. He's a wonderful musician. He kind of accidentally retired at one point and came back. But I'll tell you something. Gary Newman is totally amazing now. He came back, like he didn't know what, and here's the moment I haven't had yet. And maybe it's here on your show. I don't know. But he, kind of faded out and did his thing. And then he announced his retirement, which made everybody mad at him. He said it was a big mistake. But he eventually came back into music, kind of as a novelty, which I to some degree, I kind of feel like here. But he went on, 9 Inch Nails brought him on stage to do Cars. And he's like, yeah, okay, this will be kind of fun. I'll do the old song. But then he's, off stage listening. And Trent Reznor's really laying it on thick about the man we're about to have is a legendary electronic musician. And we owe so much to just the groundbreaking things that he has done. That is just an incredible honor to share the stage with this man who made so many of these things possible. And I can feel like Gary Newman in the back. I feel a little bit like him. The feeling of like somebody appreciating in a way that you don't appreciate yourself. So then he comes out there and just crushes, the old hit Cars, but it's with 9 Inch Nails and it's just heavy and crushing and just completely great. And then he starts touring again and he does things like, goes on tour with Ministry and starts picking up like on what they're doing. He's like, you know what? This is what I do. And then he, his new sound, like new Gary, I swear to God, new Gary Newman, especially if you're an industrial fan or like a metal fan or whatever, pick up some recent Gary Newman or look at some videos or something. We went to the show, unbelievable, but that guy has the best hair transplants ever. His hair looks fantastic because he didn't have hair when he was like 20, right? When he was doing the show before, he had a 5 head instead of a 4 head. and he rocked it. He was a nerdy robot guy, but he's like got these like great bangs, and the guys. And here's the other thing about Gary Newman, and hopefully some of you guys know those guys. Yeah, Gary went heavy, good one, geek. He is just such a genuine rock star. He like knows why he's there. He is humble. He has a family. He brings the family on stage, but they're wearing the same post-apocalyptic stuff that he is. They're in context. His daughter is a solo artist. Everybody's just doing their thing and they're super into it. So when you go to like a Gary Newman show, you're super into it too. And it's like, again, humans connecting, right? You feel like this guy loves it. And I love that he loves it. So let's just do this, right?
Yeah.
And then the music is like heavy and crushing and just like moves you and you have the feels. It's great.
That's awesome. I'll have to check him out because I'm not actually very familiar with Gary Newman's work whatsoever.
You wouldn't be. And I didn't want to go to the show. I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear this poor old guy go out and have to play Cars again. And then he gets to the point where you hear like the first notes, wah, 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 wah. And oh God, the poor guy's gonna do it. Like, just let him go, man. It's a long time ago. And then he absolutely crushed it. I mean, it was just like hard and pounding and amazing. I'm like, oh, this is great.
I love
Anyway,
it.
so get yourself some Gary Newman.
Yeah.
And I'll get his transplants.
What you were saying though about the contagiousness, there a lot of people don't realize that there is like a lot of merit to like actually being like a niche. It's awesome. It is awesome being a niche, and people don't really understand that that's actually where you actually want to be, because like that's like not like that like you won't have like the superficial like fans and stuff like that. You have like people that like everything that you do and will give you criticism about everything you do and stuff like that too. So it's like him being like a niche like that, it's a great thing, honestly, of how you said like everybody brings like that charge and stuff. That's something that you only see with like niches, that like that supercharged thing.
Well, here's the thing, like, and here's a story about my blue hair. When I started doing this, it was in the 90s, and it really wasn't that common. It was still pretty punk rock when I started coloring my hair. And my dad gave me a really hard time about it. He's like, you're never going to, I was in between jobs, like the video game thing and doing, it was like in between video games and TV, nothing was going on. And he goes, oh, no one's going to hire you with that. I'm like, yeah, that's the idea, Dad, because if blue hair is a problem somebody has, they've got other problems that I don't want to experience after I've made an investment in whatever their business is. Yeah. And the next thing I knew, I was on television. So my dad, who's pretty much a redneck and who is awesome, but is definitely a redneck. I said, oh, I'm like getting him back, right? I'm being vindicated, and I go, oh well, hey, your dad, what do you were giving me a hard time about my blue hair. What do you think about my TV show, right? Like, you can imagine doing this to your parents, right? And he goes, oh, I love the TV show. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
He's gonna pretend like
yeah, no, I love the TV show. I watch it all the time. I'm like, no, you don't. It goes, yeah, no, I love it. It's the best way because I can turn the volume off.
So he had to have a dad. He had to get you as dad for one last time.
I lost that one. I thought I had him too.
That's adorable. That's adorable. Have you ever offered to do his hair?
No, ain't gonna happen. He was dyeing it for a while though, because my sister was like, she's an awesome hairdresser, but she moved away, bummer. And that's why I look this rough. Now I am just as God has rendered me.
You're fine. You're fine.
So anyway, that's the thing. I think I'm gonna dye the beard, and I thought like maybe shaving the beard off. But you know what I've kind of pulled off in that orange picture that you had from the Bacon page. I think I've got video game villain.
Yeah, actually, like okay, I'll pull that back up. So
especially when I wear a beret. I wear a beret sometimes. That's my thing.
Oh wait, where'd it go? That was the Bacon. That was over here. With a beret. Oh yeah, beret will give you
total, and that with my. So I did the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, which is a completely great show, especially for like home consoles. But if you're in Portland around like September, October, Portland Retro Gaming is huge and amazing. I was their celebrity auctioneer one year, and I had my white leather jacket. I was just starting to do the white jacket thing with a white shirt and a black tie and a black beret, and I completely was rocking like cheap video game villain from like Video on Demand or something.
I love it. I mean, honestly, how you're saying, like, well, can I still be that guy? Why don't you just go video game villain guy? Just go video. Nobody's doing it. It could be your niche.
I think I'm gonna do that guy in the orange picture. What do you think?
Yeah, no, orange pictures like that. I mean, that kind of gives me Kojima villain vibes in a way. Like, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. I could see that.
See my pin on there on my lapel.
Is it a
You can't really zoom in.
I can't tell what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's an Emmy.
What's an Emmy? Wait, what was that?
I got a nomination one time.
Whoa, congratulations.
Yeah.
What
It was
that
like
for?
one of the dumbest. It was like one of the craziest, wackiest little concept things that I did, and the producer talked us into putting it in for an Emmy, and we got the nomination. We didn't get the award, but I'm Emmy
That's still
nominated.
something. Emmy
God damn it.
nominated. Yeah, Emmy nominated Desmond Crisis. Dude, that's rad. I didn't know that was an Emmy.
Yeah. Well, they have 2 levels of Emmy. I'll just, like truth. They have 2 levels of Emmy. There's regional Emmys and then there's like national Emmys, and it was a regional one. But still they call
counts.
it the same goddamn thing. So I'm taking that with me.
Still counts. Still counts.
Still counts.
Still counts.
Still good. Just pick it up off the floor. 10-second rule.
Yeah. But no, as I was saying though, like if you were afraid to do that guy though, Desmond. Don't, if you're not ready to give it up, never give it up. Never give it up. That is you. That's a part of you. You don't have to give it up for anybody.
I mean, you
Don't
know what?
listen
This
to
might be
anybody.
the last time.
No.
I've got I'm going into appearance season. I got a couple things going on, right?
Mhm.
The Night Ride FM thing, I'm totally having fun. Synthwave was rad. Go do it.
Yeah.
Bacon's cool. That's like a really big kudos thing. I'm like really, really honored that they asked me to be a guest of honor. I'm like absolutely touched, and I'm gonna, like really, I just feel, I feel really appreciated, and it just like came a long time, and there's a big gap in the middle, so nobody knows who I am, but I still feel appreciated. I'm not gonna remind people, but it's it's cool to like go back to the place that I came from. Like I came from that con. And I rounded up some people to do something that eventually turned into something that gave me these wonderful opportunities. And now I'm coming back. And I'm trying to find a way to give people back some of that inspiration so they can have their own adventures. I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but that's absolutely what I'm going to try to do. So that's great. Then California Extreme is coming, and I'm sure I'll come visit you again before that. But that's the big video game and pinball show. People bring their video game, arcade game cabinets, like arcade game collectors all come together, and they get hundreds of cabinet games, hundreds of pinball machines, and then they do a music showcase that has video game oriented bands. I MC that, and then they let me DJ some synthwave like as everybody's walking out. But still, I get to do it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That's going to be super fun.
That's awesome. Do you?
And then there's one more, and I
Mhm.
don't have it lined up yet, and they didn't accept me, but I'm going to campaign until they do. And that's Mag West, Music and Gaming West. It's the West version of Mag Fest, and it's so cool. We went there last year, and it's the weekend after CAX. It was just like this chill by the pool thing, and they have like DJs and bands play by the pool sometimes during the day, and I totally want one of those gigs. So like if you know anybody at Mag West, Desmond Crisis wants to DJ poolside at Mag West so bad.
Yeah, so you can also you can get pull also if people are requesting, because they do take guest requests. Guys, throw Desmond Crisis in the write-in for MagFest or MagWest. Like just get them thinking about Desmond Crisis. All right, get them thinking.
Bear Up a Tree says they are so fucking excited for California Extreme. I'm stoked. So you have to come up to me and talk to me. You know what I'm going to have at CAX? caextreme.org if you want to look it up. The website's kind of weak. I don't know if they updated it.
Let me see.
But I don't even think they've updated, but you can take a look. What I'm going to bring, I swear, just for you, Bear Up a Tree, I am going to bring what we call 00. And 00 is 2 copies of Zero Tolerance on 2 Sega Genesis machines with, get this, with the linking cable. So what most people don't know about Zero Tolerance on the Genesis is that you can link 2 consoles together and play head-to-head Genesis to Genesis. And so what I do is I bring 2 carts, the cable, and we get 2 Genesis machines. And we have 2 TVs that are right next to each other. And nobody knows that because they didn't make that game, but I did. So Zero Tolerance is one of the things I'm most proud of on the Genesis. But I always bring that because nobody got the cable. No, you know why nobody has that cable? Because nobody sent in the postcard we put in the box. Nobody read any of the documentation. It said, hey, you don't even have to pay postage. Just send this back and we will send you a cable. We just didn't want to make twice as many as we needed. So if you want one, you can have one. People didn't do it.
That's crazy to me because it's literally like free. It's like literally right in.
No one read it.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't bury any of those. But if you ever want to do it, the pinouts are available online. You can make it. It's just a crossover cable. It goes between the second player ports.
That's really cool.
But I will totally be there. So Bear Up a Tree, you better be there. And you better come say hi. I should be easy to find. Say hi. Just don't find me in an elevator and not recognize me.
Has that happened before?
No, I just told you the story.
Oh, okay. Well, right.
But here's the other thing, like they're all 20 something and I've been off the air for 20 years. I'm like, how would you know who I am?
I
That was
mean,
weird.
they might know like how we similarly had found you through
Yeah,
like
yeah,
CNET stuff. It could be like you've had a million different types of gigs, and they might have seen you in like one of many different shows or anything. So, or even your work from video games and stuff. Like, just because you did it so long ago doesn't mean you don't have fans still.
Yeah, no, I'm just really surprised because like you guys had to be like toddlers. Like it was that impressionable. I'm kind of almost sorry. Like, what have I done here?
I mean, like when we encountered you, because like I didn't really watch like the CNET stuff too much, like as like when I was younger. But like when we encountered you, like we were looking for like that real good nostalgia stuff, and like that whole thing was given it to us. Like people might have like discovered it in a very similar way.
You know what's going on at CNET? So CNET has changed hands again, right?
Really?
Like it was independent when I was there. It was great because we had total journalistic freedom and we had a ton of credibility and we knew what we had to do and we were allowed to do it. Like nobody was telling us not to do it.
Nice.
Then CBS bought them and turned it totally upside down and jacked them all up. And then I can't remember if there's somebody else in the middle, but Red Ventures bought them, and Red, has a bunch of different properties, and I don't really think they ever really put the investment into CNET that it really needed because it wasn't really their whole portfolio. And I can't remember, it bounced around it even more, but Ziff Davis owns them now.
Okay.
So the funny part is one of the things that happened at CNET when I was there is we bought a big chunk of Ziff Davis and it doubled the size of CNET, and then it like became really top heavy and it wobbled and things got a little crazy. So it's really nuts. It's like I guess the part of Ziff that we didn't buy bought CNET, and here's what's great about it. I'm actually really excited about this. They appear to understand all the credibility things that we knew at the beginning because that's their business. And all of these other companies that own CNET in the middle, I don't think they really had that kind of a focus.
Right.
So if you look at the things that CNET's doing right now, they make more sense. I mean, it's still a little bit too much media. It's a little bit, like you can't consume it all. It's not like a stream like we did it, where you could just watch the CNET thing and then you got all of it. It's just there's just too much content
digest. There. Yeah.
But the spirit they're doing it in and the sort of the support that I think their editorial is getting really looks a lot like the old CNET that we had, and I really have high hopes for it. And one of the things that they do that I really love is they've got a CNET archives, and they put a thing up I think last week on Facebook. I hope they put it up somewhere else, but they dug up the old segment of me. They were doing a thing on video phones, and they dug up the old segment of me and Ryan Seacrest doing like the video phone thing. And he's like 20, and I have long blue hair, and it's just so awesome.
Oh my god! Do you want to pull that up? You want to watch it real quick?
It's a Facebook
Let's
link.
see if we can get that to work. I'm not sure. I don't have like an account to log it into, but it might
Yeah,
still
I don't know if
work
you can do that.
sometimes. It might sometimes still work on occasion. That's really interesting though. I might have to get a Facebook account just to check out all this new CNET stuff.
So the CNET stuff is worthwhile again. And I'm glad to see it because, like when I saw what the head of CBS did to those guys at CES, like I used to be the only guy from CNET who would go to the Consumer Electronics Show. And that's because I said I have to.
Yeah.
And now they own a corner of it, right? They are the exclusive editorial for CES. And they do a best of CES. And one year, one of the things they chose was the Hopper. It was a thing from the Dish. I didn't work there at the time. This is long after I was gone. But they said, oh, the best thing that we've seen, all the editorial, like I used to be in these meetings where like all the editors would get together and they would say, oh, well, I thought this was great for this reason. They would all agree and they would just kind of jury together a top 10 of best of CES. And then number one was the Hopper. And they announced it and they gave him an award. And the CEO of CBS, when they owned him, said, you can't do that. We're litigating with this company. We're suing these people that you think are great. We can't have that. You have to take the award back. You have to roll back your editorial.
Oh my
It was
god.
like, it was really, really, really devastating. It kind of, I hope it really only happened once. And I cried for my friends that were there because that's the only way you could screw it up completely.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago. That was a lot of lessons learned. And CBS sold it not too long after they heard it real bad. And now if you look at what they're doing right now, it's doing this thing like I'm telling you about. Like it's all about people. People need things. People need connections. People need guidance. People need hope. People need, direction. People need inspiration. But they're still people. And if you don't talk to them, you're talking to no one.
Yep. Yep. Oh my god, yeah. That whole going to that too, where of how it's about connection and stuff like that too. Like it's a good thing that like more and more people are starting to recognize that too, because like I've seen like the AI like therapy stuff, and that stuff's scary.
Oh my
and, like,
God,
you
no!
Need a real
Don't even
person.
tell me that exists.
You need a real person. Yeah, it exists, Desmond. It's scary, and it gives people AI psychosis. It's really scary. Actually, there's a really funny video I'll link you. There's a guy that did it as a experiment just to see what kind of psychosis he could get, and they had him eating baby food in the desert, covered in a room full of tinfoil, and wearing a Deadpool hat by the end of the show, just telling the AI, just gassing him up, telling him it's a good idea.
I'm gonna shoot you a link. I did find the link to the me
great.
and Ryan thing.
Oh great! Yeah. Perfect.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Come on out sometime.
All right, let's pull this right up here. Perfect. Oh, nice. Okay, let me.
Also, Hitchhiker's Guide is great. Okay, so we talked about it some more.
Yeah, we could always do it another night. Don't
Make sure you know
sweat
where
it.
your towel is.
Yeah, always bring your towel. I always have a towel.
Never have more than one pan-galactic gargle blaster.
Now, from telepresence, we go to telephones of the future, and
Platoon
Oh
you
my
win.
god, your hair,
another
Desmond!
toy.
I know. See,
This is
just like the
Philips
other
P100 screen
V-Ride.
phone, and you can lift it up and get dial tone. But that's not all. It also
has more.
many quick keys. You can load it up with all of your friends and family and push buttons. But also, if you don't know the numbers that you want to call, you can log in to the paperless.
God, that
database.
thing
It
is
has
cool.
A modem and basically a little tiny
We had
computer in
such
there,
cool
and
tech
you
at
can
one
retrieve
time.
a lot of information like phone
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah,
anywhere
no,
in the country,
it was nuts.
driver's information,
I mean,
like
some
that.
of the stuff was
What
just
about the
totally
screen here?
ridiculous,
It says
but
read
it kind of
That's right,
pointed in the
people send
direction
and
of
receive
what things were
email,
going. Like, it
and
was not the
also it can be set
implementation,
up
but it was
so that
close.
While you're away,
Yeah.
it will dial and check your email for you. Spend the downloading time.
The
and get a little blinking light
I think
just
I
like
only
your
appear in the
information.
beginning of it, but it
How
was a
about
pretty
this?
good
It's like a
segment.
credit
And
card
actually,
I
this
stick
is
in
great
there. Log on.
Yes, it's got some
archive
expansion slots,
stuff.
one's for memory.
That's
and this
awesome.
one
Yeah, we'll have
is
to like
for
go
a
through
smart
here
card
because
reader.
I
So
didn't
the
know that
potential
CNET's
exists
been
that you can
updating.
There
log
you
into your
go.
bank
With
and
recent
get some
stuff, I've
money
just
out of your
been
account
going
onto
through
one
like
of these cash
YouTube,
cards.
When can I
like
buy this?
archives
Is it
and
in
stuff like that.
stores?
That's like the
Well, it's
only
not
place I
quite
was
live
This
finding
isn't
it.
just
recent.
yet. It's being tested.
I'm like 24 years old there, but I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
they dug it back
Soon
out
will be
because
It's
it was
like
just
they
a
put it in high def,
retrospective.
too.
Can it dial
Or higher def
976
at least than
There's only
YouTube.
one way to find out.
Yeah,
Higher
yeah.
def than YouTube.
You know, I went when I not long
First up-
after I left the company, I came back and I said, "Oh, hey, I want to pick up some videos and do like my my reel of my things and stuff." And it was weird. I could only find certain things. I'm like, "Oh my god, did they junk all of the archives?" And and like they let me believe that they didn't have a lot of the tapes, but they just have them off-site storage. So hopefully they're going to put out more stuff like this. Oh my god, my hair, I miss it.
I hope so. I really hope that they do, just because there's like so many good like that nostalgia of when things were new and you guys were talking about 56K modems and stuff like that. That was such a great time. It was when things were so carefree.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? I used to do things like I would do like not really tutorials, but sort of inspire-royals because on television you don't have enough time.
Yeah.
But I did thing of like, oh, hey, here's how you pick out a modem, and here's the basic things you need to know to set it up. And I did like kind of a step-by-step thing. And then I caught myself, you go into autopilot, there's certain things you kind of always say that are elements. Like, for more information, check out our website. It's so I'm there telling people how to do their website. I'm like, if you need more help on setting up your website, setting up your modem, check out our website at, oh yeah, that won't work.
Old habits die hard. That's funny.
Super fun.
Yeah. Have you ever considered like doing your own kind of content like that? Because you've got years
Yeah.
and years experience.
No, I do. I'm
with
just
it.
waiting for somebody to ask me. Like
Nice.
we're here now. This is, we're talking. I could walk in and do it. I just
know
no
you
one's
could.
asked me.
Yeah, I know you could, because you're, like you said, you're a bullet point person. I'm a bullet point person too. Like improv
Yeah.
is super important, but like you'd be really good at it anyway. Even if you hosted your own YouTube channel, have you ever? I mean, I know you have your own YouTube channel. And you've done it.
I don't want to do it alone.
yeah.
It's too lonely. It's not fun. I'll come here and I'll do this and this is fun and you're awesome and and the audience is amazing. You have the best audience on the internet, I swear. And I'm catching as much as I can. I'll answer Malthazar in a minute. But I just am waiting for somebody to ask me, and I really believe that media is done as a community effort, right? Like, I'm not a podcaster. I don't do things where it's not a group effort, because the connection makes the content. Like,
Yes.
your audience makes the content work better. The collaboration and the inspiration that we give to each other. I mean, this is an ecosystem, and I want to make sure that I don't really need to say this, but I want to acknowledge this, that in a show like this, the audience really makes it happen. You know this because you do this all week, every week.
Yep.
But but it's time to say it, that you can't do this in a vacuum. I can't talk into a little box alone. It just doesn't work. It's not the energy I want. It doesn't connect with anybody. Nothing connects with me. This thing is organic, and that's the way it works. And that's why I haven't done it for anybody else. But when the right thing comes along and somebody says that they want me to do a thing with them, I will say yes.
That makes total sense. I've never really been able to like articulate some of the stuff that like you're saying, like about like how things are about connection and stuff like that, and like community and like all that stuff. But that's always been something that I've been like very, very like deep about, but like never able to like really articulate that. But like making content, that's why I love the live stuff so much, and I hate making content outside of the live stuff because it's just like, well, why don't I just go bother my audience? Like I would rather just go live and go interact directly. You know what I mean? Like there's like a huge disconnect when it comes to the two. So yeah, I absolutely understand. Yeah.
But even when you're making content, even just like just building content to ship it out, as long as you can do it with a team. Like one of the things that we had at CNET and you never really hear enough about is we had amazing producers, like the people who produced the segments. And I was a segment producer. I produced some of my own stuff. But we had a guy named, and I'm going to call him out, a guy named Jason Pepper, who is I don't think he's still doing it. I can't remember where he is right now, but the guy was a genius. So all the best stuff that you've seen me do, like Tim Schafer, Grim Fandango, a lot of the best stuff that I've done, Jason Pepper was my producer, and he was really focused. He knew what my skills were and how to use them. And he put things, and he would also make sure that he had like really great things for me to dive into. And then we could work really well putting them together. And he was almost better at me than I was. Like he knew how to set me up to really shine. So I like Jason Pepper, you're a god. He did such amazing work. That's like a behind the scenes thing. So if you have a producer who is helping you, you're going to be 10, 15, 20 times better than you would be without somebody else helping you along, because sometimes the things that they take care of are the things that screw you up.
That's
so
incredible. It makes sense. Yeah.
Desmond,
I had a question. My position in technology makes older people or people in my family ask me for technical support. No, it's not just the older people. It's pretty much everybody. and I'm trying really hard. Like you have to be self-sufficient. I mean, I have an expression, and don't mean to be mean or anything, but like, these things are consumer technology. It's not designed. It doesn't need a DevOps guy to set up your phone. And like I do have. I'll call this out. My grandmother is over 100 years old.
Wow.
She is amazing. I love her to pieces. She is over 100 years old. Her voice has gone scratchy. So like if she calls me in a voice call, it's like challenging to understand her because her voice it happens. Older people, right? But she is on her phone all day long. I can text her and get lucid answers and communicate with her. She is on Facebook. She is all over everything. And that has kept her brain sharp because she's always interacting with stuff. But what happens is she'll run into a flow or something that will hang her up. Like some, nonsense browser pop-up, you've got a virus crap on the phone, right? And then she'll like feel like she's not in control, and then start to kind of fall apart and call me. And I have to say, you actually are in control. This was designed to manipulate everybody. This doesn't just target and hurt old people. You are good at this. Believe it or not, you are really good at this. It does suck that much. Here's what you do. And then she gets on with it.
That's a cute way to encourage her to like keep at it.
Yeah, but here's like, some people believe that, oh, well, just because I'm not technically sophisticated or just because I'm older, I'm not smart enough for the internet or I'm not smart enough. That's not true. Yeah. The internet sometimes sucks that much that no matter who you are, it even hangs me up. Like there's stuff I got to look at 3 or 4 times before I'll touch it.
Even hearing that, like I have a lot of difficulty even running this operating like OBS to make it stream to Twitch, and sometimes it's just OBS, and I have to tell myself that because I'm like, oh, I'm failing, it's not letting me start stream on time. But a lot of time it's just like something's broken in it, and I have to go figure out what's wrong with it. So that's
OBS has a lot of modules. It's an amazing piece of software, but that's because it's made out of a lot of parts, and not all those parts always work. Here's another thing I learned. This is pretty interesting. Doesn't it feel like everything worked really well, like maybe 10 years ago? Like we kind of had everything we needed and it all really just kind of worked.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this?
I actually know. I know why.
Okay, please enlighten me because I know exactly the feeling you're talking about. Please enlighten us.
Everybody, like, and you could say like it was 10, it was 12 years ago, but like I really think it was about 10 years ago we had everything working. there are extra things that we don't really need that we have that we didn't have 10 years ago, but like all this, like your phone just kind of worked, video conferencing just kind of worked. It was smooth. It was trouble free. It wasn't bullshit. So I worked at a company one time, and they had we have a bug tracking system, and all of the companies that it turned out, this wasn't like, I hadn't worked in a tech company, got gone on to teach for a while. I spent 10 years as a professor. So when I came back into a technology company, I was really surprised to learn that some companies believe that if a bug is reported and it is not actioned on within 30 days, they just erase the bug report. They go, if this was a real bug, we would have gotten more responses.
Oh
So
my
if you don't
God.
actually act on that bug and then solve that bug, it's not a bug. And if it is, it'll get reported again. What the hell is that?
Everything's broken. Everything's broken like that, where it's just. Desmond, are you familiar with the term the enshittification of the
Oh, yeah.
internet? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But enshittification is more intentional. Like,
Mhm.
oh, well, hey, you have to use this now. So how do we, monetize it in a way that, that we don't
Yeah.
really care what you think.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that people don't have the same deliverables. Like when you scale these products up to a certain level, you get people who make one part of it who don't make the other part of it, or also like are only serving their own deliverables, right?
Mhm.
So you'll have somebody who is trying to put new features into the software, and then you'll have somebody who's trying to sell the software, and then the person who's selling the software is getting input from somebody that they really, really, really want this feature, and that it would be good in the industry, but then you have to sell that to somebody else in the company who their business is not sales, their business is product, and they're trying to just like they'll put the easy stuff first instead of the important stuff. Or or the person who runs the infrastructure, and you're saying, hey, we need this feature. They go, no, the thing works. Don't touch it. Like there's this kind of teamwork, unless you have a small team. Like when we built video games, we built games for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. We were on the same team. We worked with each other, for each other, on each other's stuff. We were really tight, but that was because it was really no more than a dozen people making that stuff. Then you work in a group that has a dozen departments, and being able to get them to like cross-pollinate and work with each other and have each other's deliverables in mind, it just doesn't happen anymore. And there are no small projects. So like every product that you're getting involved with now is never going to be a team of like 12 people. It's going to be a team of 12 departments.
Yeah, unless you go indie. The indie route is very vastly different. It's kind of like where it's the small departments, or sometimes 3-4 people on the
It's hard,
team
though.
only and stuff. Oh, it's extremely hard. It's a risk in itself, because that doesn't have like the mainstream backing either, which is, again, it's a gamble with that stuff. So
But you get but what happens is in a small team like you're describing, and
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that you have that kind of experience.
Yeah.
People care about each other's deliverables. So like
Yes.
everybody and I'm sorry, I haven't
Yeah.
really been reading very much.
Oh, you're fine,
Um,
Dylan.
Oh, Malthazar says they love Spin Dizzy Worlds. That was the first Super Nintendo thing I ever worked on. I didn't make it. I just tested it, but it was the first thing I did in the industry. So thanks.
Yeah.
I got the poster. You can find the poster. It's pretty fun. So yeah, when you work in these groups and you care about each other's stuff and you're all working on the same product, you're gonna be successful. But when you try to do that at scale, it's just really, really hard. Like to get somebody from the other department to care about what your deliverable is. So you really just have to have these cross-functional groups where every dependency works together under the same manager so that the thing can go forward.
Yes, that honestly,
And that's
where you're gonna
affecting
see the
everything that we
quality
use.
stuff. Yeah, you're gonna see like more quality stuff with like the smaller team stuff too.
Yeah. And then From the Fen says being invested in the work and projects of people around you is so key. Yeah. And you have to be allowed to. So like if you work in and I've worked in large companies where you weren't even allowed to interact with your dependencies or to help somebody who would benefit from your experience or the support from your department, if it wasn't on your, agile t-shirt size or whatever, it wasn't in your sprint, you weren't allowed to touch it. That's just nonsense. It got to go. Those companies are too big to fail, but the little companies that get this right are going to grow into big companies, and hopefully they never forget it.
Yeah, that's the other problem. Hopefully they never sell it off to somebody else
Yeah.
either. That's the other problem too. But Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, this is real stuff. I mean, you see what happens when you don't have me on like every week?
No,
Then we get all
mean,
of this heavy stuff.
Oh no, it's all good. Honestly, I don't really ever really do like more heavier topics on stream. Well, on occasion, okay, on occasion we do. We touch on some stuff, but
You gotta do
no,
it
it's
sometime.
interesting. It's fun. It's fun to switch it up. Honestly, I love switching stuff up.
These are important stuff. And here's the deal. Like, why isn't everybody talking about this stuff? Why isn't
Yeah.
everybody talking about the way things work and the way we interact with things and, how we interact as individuals and how we use this technology to benefit us instead of distract us?
Yeah, I really think about like this stuff a lot because I got to enjoy like Web 1.0 and we're on Web 3.0 and Web 3.0 sucks. The whole like everything becomes like corporate and everything is like about networking and like not fun and interaction and not like community and stuff. Like it just ruined the internet. You know what I mean? So I do a lot of big thinkies about this.
Yeah, but we got to come together. Like,
Yeah,
here it
I
is.
agree.
I mean, you
I
have.
agree.
I don't even know how to count how many people you have in the group, but you have an amazing audience. But this is we have to talk about this stuff. We have
We
to make
do.
sure that we have to understand that other people understand these things. And then, like, I don't want to seem like a parent or anything, but getting outside is like a really good thing to do. And so
Touch
things like
grass.
the cons,
Yeah.
touch grass or hang
grass.
out by the pool, go to MagWest, go to CAX, go to whatever. Get out and like talk to people. You know what's amazing? So I just recently went to a concert and I've seen these guys twice, and the same thing happened at both shows. A group called The Midnight. I don't know if you know The Midnight, but you should give them a try if you haven't already. I can't remember where I sent you last time, but The Midnight, they're amazing. And they're like one of the biggest synthwave bands that there is, and the guys are really geniuses, and the stuff's amazing. But the people at the show talk to each other when they don't know each other. Like strangers talk to each other. I'm in the merch line, and we're talking like we've known each other. Like they're just open. They listen to each other. They're interested in each other. They're not afraid of each other. And that
Yep.
is so important. Why is that so special?
It is.
Like, what's the worst thing that can happen?
You make a
You know,
friend.
like somebody meets someone to talk
That's
to you.
the
Yeah,
worst thing that
exactly.
happens is you make a friend.
So you got to go out to things that, things
Yeah.
that do what you do, and you got to open yourself up to experiences. And yes, it is the same The Midnight that does vampires.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Ruby
No.
Rose asked. Yes,
That's
they're fantastic.
that I always do encourage like my chat too, because like a lot of them have like a lot of like outside hobbies and stuff like that too. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm always like, miss my stream, it's okay. Please do your life and I'll be here. Don't worry. Don't worry about
Yeah.
the FOMO here. Go do things. Like I really make sure to like reiterate that because I recognize how important that is. Like myself, like touching grass is
Yeah.
so important. And nobody talks about it, and like a lot of that has to do with like we have like loneliness epidemic and shit, and like nobody's wanting
Yeah.
talking about this stuff. But
Karlovich 108 says the last show I went to was Carpenter Brute. Oh my god, I totally want to see Carpenter Brute. Have you ever heard Carpenter Brute?
no, what are they?
Oh my god, they slay. They will crush you. They are completely amazing. And they say literally made friends with two dudes, and we hung out like old friends the whole show. It was great. That is so amazing. I'm totally dying to see. Okay, everybody, we've got to come up with the Coqui playlist. And if you come up with a Coqui playlist and she gives it to me, I will do it on one of my Night Ride shows. But on Night Ride, we generally do uncopyrighted, like copyright safe music, or at least, nothing major label, right? That's because we have a YouTube stream. Night Ride also runs on YouTube. It runs on its website at nightride.fm, but also runs on YouTube. And I do a live show on Fridays. I hadn't mentioned. I usually try to do Fridays. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it while I'm at the con,
Yeah.
but I'll do like a 2-hour thing on Fridays and just kind of wrap up like all the best stuff that's going on in like a nice 2-hour thing. But if you guys get together of synthwave, retro wave, pop wave, metal wave songs that Coqui must hear, I will build a playlist.
Do it, you guys. We'll come support. We'll come listen that night when you're DJing. Did you know that you can get like a DJ account on Twitch?
Yeah, but they make you play out of a certain catalog, I think, and none of my stuff's in the catalog.
Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
why I
like,
haven't
you
done
gotta
it.
look into that if that's a thing. I didn't realize that was a specific.
I have one of our
catalog.
DJs is a Twitcher. She's called Runer with like double umlauts over the U, Runer, and she's awesome. And I think she does her thing on Mondays at some point. She does like an hour, but she's an amazing mixer. She puts out great stuff, and she's awesome. I've got a chance to know her. She's wonderful. Runer.
Runer.
Runer, but with like umlauts over
Let
the U.
me see if I can find them on Twitch. Hang on, Runer. But I don't think they do umlauts on Twitch. Hang on.
I don't know how she does it. I don't know how to work my keyboard.
Let me see. Runer, Twitch, DJ.
So
I
let's see,
think I found.
synthwave bands I like.
You know how I was talking
Oh, you
about
found
those
her?
NeoCities? She looks like she has a NeoCities, Desmond.
Oh, badass.
Let's go
That's
check that
great.
out.
She's rad.
There we go. Yeah, it's a NeoCities page, the old web here, which is nice. I love seeing
The
these
old
pop
web.
back up.
That tracks though.
Yeah. About. Here we go.
Let's see. Other great synthwave bands. I love Wolf Club. Wolf Club's epic. They're fantastic. LeBrock is amazing. I started listening to Midnight Danger. Oh, and Neotropolis. Oh my God. I'm totally taking you guys to Neotropolis. I didn't go last year and I regret it. Oh yeah, it looks like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's rad.
Yeah, I just found her Twitch page too. We'll give her a follow.
Yeah, so she's one of the other DJs on Night Ride FM.
Nice. We'll give her a shout out too in the chat really quick too. That's awesome. So you share this this FM thing. Do they give you your own channel? Are you splitting it with like a station?
No, what
like,
happens is in a regular stream, I drop in on Fridays. So like a lot of times it's the auto DJ. So just go to nightride.fm.
Okay.
But yeah, that's Runer. Runer Music. That's her. She's awesome. Definitely, follow her, like her. Tell her I sent you. But we all
FM. Boom.
We all do a thing at nightride.fm, and the guy who codes this page is amazing. He's a dude named Z, and the guy's a total genius. I've talked to him about the back end stuff that he's building. It's completely epic what he's doing. Look at the interface. This thing's just totally nuts. And he's got another bigger thing that he's building behind it called. It actually looks like he's kind of building some of this now. So if you go to the stations.
Stations. Okay. Stations. Oh, this is cool. Dark synth?
Yeah, I mean, he did the interface is amazing.
Yeah.
The Night Ride FM banner is actually the volume control. If you slide it across there.
Oh.
That's the
so
the
up
EQ.
Here, you said? Oh, up here. Yeah, that is the volume. Oh my God, that is like beautiful.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, this whole thing is really, really gorgeous.
Oh,
up in the top right, there's a settings thing. He's doing some work on it, so sometimes you have to clear the cache.
Yeah.
But these are the regular stations. So Night Ride's the main one, and that's the one. It's mostly an auto DJ of like kind of all of the synthwave, and then chill synth if you're like doing some work or just chilling out. That's a really good one. Yeah, and he's got some links here and stuff, and he's working on a new thing. I don't know. I'll like wait till he finishes and then I'll announce it. But the new thing is really amazing. So if you go here, like you've got the stations, and all the way on the right's the archives. That's the shows that we've done before.
Oh yeah.
And then you can hear. I think I've
right
got like
at the
4
top
shows in the can now.
There you go. Yeah, you got a couple right here. Here's Desmond's direct. Here, I'll link it directly in the chat too.
You can hear me evolve. Yeah, you already did. That was awesome. Was pinned. So anyway, those are the shows that I did, and I just try to play the hits and have a good time.
That
in the
is so
State
cool.
of Synth, those guys are awesome also. Dennis and the guys, they interviewed Droid Bishop yesterday.
Oh. Wow.
And that was amazing.
I'm sorry. Do they do the interviews on the station itself, or is it like on a different channel?
Yeah. No, they're
that is
archived.
cool.
So the sound, and Karn Zoe Lee, she did a great show. She's taking a break right now.
Yeah.
But State of Synth, those guys are epic. And they do like long form interviews with all the stars. They've got the Midnight on there, Droid Bishop, Jesse Mock. They just had all these amazing people. And then what was that great call out? Dance with the Dead. Oh yeah. Skelegian says, I fucking love dark synth. You got to listen to Dance with the Dead. And that's actually true. You do have to listen to Dance with the Dead.
I'll have to give that one a listen.
Magic Sword. Oh my God, you guys are so synth wavers.
I told you.
I love this. Oh, you guys are going to love Night Ride. And then my thing is on Friday.
Yeah, Fridays. Do you have like a specific time you start by, or is it just kind of?
I try to start at 5 Pacific if I'm home from work yet. A lot of times I am. So 5 Pacific is when I try, but it's not. I don't have a locked in slot, so I just like sometime on Friday night, honestly.
Okay, yeah, anytime after 5, basically. PST then. That's awesome.
Oh look, I'm getting shouted out for my shouting out. Thank you so much from the fan. See, I told you got the best audience ever. And it's hard to keep track. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see my eyes like darting over in my
Oh, you're fine. It's a lot. You're actually doing extremely well. Like I mean, I can tell you've got like obviously
for
a lot of
Wait a minute.
No, you've got
I'm
obviously
old,
a lot of
you really got it.
No. I can tell you got a lot of professional moxie actually, because the fact that you can keep up with chat is kind of like that's not a skill that you would usually have, but I guess you'd be used to having multiple things going on at the same time with like a lot of production and stuff.
Yeah,
So it comes
Kavinsky
naturally.
Outrun.
Yeah.
So Kavinsky was the guy who was gonna do the synthwave station for GTA, and I can't remember which version it was. It might have been 5, or I don't remember which version of GTA they're on now. But so they had radio stations. They called in Kavinsky, who is amazing, to put together a synthwave station, and he did it. And then I guess they canceled it, and it was going to be called Night Ride. So Z named the station Night Ride FM.
That's genius. I really like that it was from like an idea that like it was just something cut from a game.
Yeah.
And it like fits the theming of it too, of like Night Ride. You have all the synth stations. It just makes sense.
Well, you know what I love about, I'll tell you what I really love about synthwave, and we'll see if this resonates with the audience. It gives you the feels. Like, maybe it's cinematic, and I really love the cinematic stuff, like early Gunship. Gunship's fine, it's gotten into kind of a metal thing, and I still think they're great. But the early stuff was really cinematic, and they hit all the notes, and I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it, because I wasn't like it was heavy, but it had a lot of soul, it had a lot of feeling, it had a lot of cinematic delivery, and maybe some tension, just like all these epic songs like Fly for Your Life, Artemis and Parzival. A lot of it was homages to things like Ready Player One and other, and they've got an amazing song called Dark All Day, which is basically about the Lost Boys and Santa Carla, and it's amazing. And they got Tim Capello. Like, you see the Lost Boys, the movie?
I love the movie.
Okay, so Tim Capello, the beast, the guy who plays the saxophone.
The saxophone guy, yep.
Saxophone guy, right? He's legendary. He plays the saxophone in Dark All Day, and he was so good that they basically almost made him part of Gunship now.
I'm not surprised.
Like, he's in...
He is a performer. I'm going to put a
Have
gif
you
up
seen
of
him?
him behind... Well, no, I've only seen him in Lost Boys, and I've watched...
I've seen him.
You've seen him in person. Okay, well, I was going to say, I've been through... I went through YouTube where he was making appearances at people's, like... backyard barbecues, and he was doing this level of performance. I'm sorry, I'm putting him right behind your head.
Yeah.
He was doing this level of
there.
performance even at like just a barbecue. He was like giving it his all. I was impressed.
He doesn't know another way, and like, I'll call him out. He's like 70 something now. I mean, he's not young, but he's yoked, and he's in great shape. So the craziest thing, I was me and my buddy Peter were up in Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Like, I think the first year I did it, Tim Capella was playing live at the Star Theater, whatever, some little place they have there. So he's like, dude, we got to go see it. And we did. And it was amazing. I mean, like, he's alone up there, but he's got some multimedia and stuff. Just, he's wailing and killing the saxophone and just having a blast. He loves his audience, and he spends a lot of time on the crowd, and basically I got some on me, right? I mean, like, he's like out there sweating on everybody. I'm like, this is kind of great. If Tim Capello is coming to your town, go see it.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
at least once.
Yeah,
because he is so passionate about it, and he's also amazing.
I'm not surprised at all, just because like he gave his most in this movie, and he gives his most in every single time I've clicked on a video of this guy, and it could be just like, it could be like the Smith family reunion. This guy's still like bringing it a 10 there. Like,
do you know his
really
backstory?
Cool. No, I don't. I'd love to know.
So the story about this guy was, he was a professional saxophone player, but he was in LA, and I don't know if it was hard or whatever, but he got into drugs, he got into heroin, he got really screwed up.
Ah, bummer.
And he was, he was messed up. And he just knew that he was on the wrong track, and he was like on the streets or something, and he walked by a gym, and he just knew he was an addict. He was like, the way he tells the story is like, I just knew I was an addict, and I watched these guys in this gym doing their thing, and said, that's another addiction. If I can trade this addiction for that addiction, it will be healthier for me. So he basically used the gym and like pumping iron stuff to break like a heroin addiction or something. And that's basically, he just sort of like took his addictive behavior and he put it in the gym, and he got completely yoked. He got cleaned up. He started playing saxophone. He got this look going. And Tina Turner needed a saxophone player for the touring band. And like, somebody had seen this guy, like, they're like, you've got to see this guy. You won't believe that he's real. And she invented the chain around his neck and the spandex pants and the leather codpiece.
Yeah.
That's a leather codpiece that the guy is wearing.
Yeah.
She kind of invented this beast look. He adopted it. That's him. There is the same way he was in Tina Turner's band, and basically made him famous.
That's incredible. I mean, she helped him kind of like find what he was good at, but like, can you imagine the codpiece is what was enough to get him in the mainstream? they just went with it. Like, okay, well, look, you got a saxophone player who's just buffed out, like ridiculous. He's a monster.
And like, how can we make that more of what it is? And then think about Tina Turner in the 80s. Like, she was going for the Thunderdome thing, right? I mean, she was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So she said, we need more of like this wild, passionate thing. And like said, hey, they went to and he tells a great story. They like just went to a hardware store and found some fence chain and put it around his neck.
Damn, that's even funnier. Honestly, it's a look though. I mean, it literally is. Like, if you actually like look here, like at the close up, it is a fence chain. It literally is.
Yeah. And I mean, that's all it is, and he just wraps it around his neck.
He kind of looks
I love
like
it when
a
people
Street
aren't
Fighter
afraid to
character.
advance stuff.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, and see, Desmond, this is more proof that it's like, dude, you do want to be that guy. Don't give up that guy, Desmond. Desmond, just be yourself.
Don't retire. Never give up. Never die.
Don't give the blue up, man.
I gotta get the hair back. Okay, so anybody live in Turkey that I can crash at their place when I get my transplants?
Yeah, any coqui nuts in Turkey? Willing to host?
If you don't have one, I'm gonna be real surprised. And somebody else called out Dark All Day by Gunship. Yeah, Dark All Day is Tim Capello wailing, but also Monster in Paradise is also Tim Capello and a bunch of other stuff, and he's almost basically in the band at this point.
I'm sorry, in the chat there.
Let's see. What else were we going to talk about?
They know the cosplays and stuff. Let's see. We were talking about your appearances. And we could always do Hitchhiker's Guide like at a later time too. That is like not a problem.
I mean, it never goes away. The movie's great. I thought the movie was wonderful. I mean, they really Mos Def as Ford Prefect was pretty great. A lot of people are like, I don't think anybody really. Nobody listened to anybody who put the movie down. There's only one movie and it's modern and it's after Douglas is gone, but I thought it was charming. I mean, and again, remember that no two versions or no two media interpretations of Hitchhiker's Guide were intended to mimic each other. They were never intended to be the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you look at that and you look at the movie, they took the Hitchhiker's elements. They took what was great about it, what was brilliant, what was witty, and then they put a spin on it that was charming and entertaining and still very witty. All of the mechanisms like the fly swatters from the ground and the way they did Zaphod Beeblebrox and stuff. It was all very, very legitimate and satisfying. And since Adam said I would never tell the same story twice just because it was in a new media.
I love that.
Meant that you couldn't do it wrong.
Yeah.
I know that was great. And basically Zaphod Beeblebrox as a caricature of Sir Richard Branson. I mean, you can't that just keeps getting funnier the more you think about it. And Richard Branson had to be charmed by that. I mean, no better compliment than for somebody to compare you to Zaphod Beeblebrox. I don't even qualify. I'm lucky if I get Arthur Dent.
Wait,
Bear Up a Tree is my friend now, and I can't wait to meet you. It says Mos Def as Ford Prefect should not have worked and yet was fucking inspired. I'm with you, brother.
Yeah. It was really good. I loved the movie too. That was my first. Well, I mean, it's the only version I've ever seen. But I was looking. There's also like an Atari game. Have you ever played the Hitchhiker's Atari?
No, you know what? I haven't played that.
I was gonna.
But I do know the guy who did E.T.
Really? We watched a documentary.
Yeah, I had dinner
on
with him.
Really?
I had dinner with him at Portland Retro Gaming. Yeah, Howard Scott Warshaw. He's a super duper guy. He's a really, really cool guy. I had dinner with him one time, and he was awesome. He's got a new career now, but I'll tell you the story. So basically, he's done Once Upon Atari. He's got a book and videos like documentaries and a lot of stuff. And he tells a story about just how nuts Atari was in the 70s.
Oh,
you got to realize these guys making computer games was like, they won't work. There's no way. Who's going to buy this stuff? Who's going to do this stuff? So basically got to do whatever they wanted as long as it worked. And he was really successful with things like Yar's Revenge, like a lot of things that were kind of like new and unique video game play were his work. And then E.T. came out and said, we're going to do a game tie-in. And you have like, I can't remember, it was like 8 weeks or 2 weeks or something. And basically just wanted him to spin one of his other games into this thing with no real storyboard, no real plan. And he told them they were crazy. Like, you can't, no, video games are actually developed over time. They have to make sense. They have to, they have to do something for the player. And they just weren't listening to him. And they said, no, you just got to turn this out because it's a movie company and everyone's going to buy it just because of the movie. So he did what they told him to do. It was almost malicious compliance, and it was crap. I mean, it was the worst video game ever made, they say.
Yeah.
And he's been a super good sport about it, but he got handed a rough deal. So Howard Scott Warshaw is a really good guy, and he tells that story because it's his story to tell. But but thank God he tells and they just let history bury him.
Yeah.
He's a psychotherapist now.
Oh, wow.
He's got a practice in Silicon Valley. And he's like, family counseling.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Video games to therapy and counseling and stuff like that. That's amazing. Good on him.
Brandley B says, is bringing up Nolan Bushnell. Nolan shows up at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo and sometimes signs books. I don't think he really does any panels anymore. I interviewed him once on the radio show, and I had a funny run-in with us. Nolan Bushnell's, the father of Atari. So Brandley B says, Bushnell's whole career is ignoring common sense, and it unfortunately works for him often enough. I had a weird interaction with Nolan, and I have mad respect for him, but I didn't really get a chance to talk to him very much. When I had him on the show, we were talking about, I think, in a book coming out. We talked about the book and stuff, but I really wanted to set him up as really a visionary because he's the guy who invented Chuck E. Cheese.
I had no idea.
Yeah. The guy, the head of Atari, was also the guy who came up with Chuck E. Cheese, which was genius. Like, it was really, really brilliant.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to him about the evolution because Chuck E. Cheese, by that point, we're in like the early 2000s. Chuck E. Cheese had kind of gone through a cycle. It had, it'd grown rapidly. It hung on for a long time and it started falling off and then it kind of leveled out. And what I wanted him to do is I wanted to tell that story about what he knows now, having watched a whole life cycle of a thing, what wisdom that he had gained to make him a genius, because he is genius, right? And I'm just like I was looking for, and like, you can tell that I do this. I look for a unique way for somebody to show their genius that they haven't been able to show before. And people generally appreciate it. Like, I've had a lot of good interviews this way. I want to make sure that they can tell a story that hasn't been told before. So I said, oh, hey, well, Chuck E. Cheese was a legend. I don't have to tell anybody what it is, but that company, it went to this high rise and it was at a crescendo and then it came down a little bit and it kind of leveled out. What did you learn from that? And I felt like he got offended that I called out that the company had ever not been totally successful. So he didn't swing at the pitch. And I'm like, always felt bad about that. I never talked to him about it, but
that's all right. If anything, maybe the interview wouldn't have gone as well as you hoped or something like that. It might have been.
No, we
just
still
one
had
of
a
those
good
things.
time, but
That's good.
I was hoping he would have swung at that because it would have been a home run because he would have been able to tell people something that no one else would ever have been able to know.
Yeah.
Adam G. Craig says, speaking of Atari, Nolan Bushnell later started a company, Androbot, to make a home robot, Topo. It came out in 1983, didn't take off, but the design looks a lot like modern telepresence robots. If any of you guys are around Mountain View, around the Google campus, the Computer History Museum, and you can look at computerhistory.org, they have a great robot, like evolution of the home robot exhibit that goes through all that stuff. And they have examples of most of them. And I'll bet they have one of those, the Topo robot, but they have them all. They have like I think it's Mountain View or Sunnyvale police had like one of the early police robots, and it looks like it's from like 82. It's like basically a refrigerator with tires and lights on it.
Oh, I've seen
and then
one
they
of
have
those
everything.
in person. They're weird because it's like a cop robot.
It's a Dalek is what it looks like. I mean, it's
It's
you know
a
what I'm talking
little
about.
Off-putting kind of in a way because it's like its presence is huge and.
Yeah, so computer history, I think they made it heavy so people can just knock it over. But computerhistory.org or the Computer History Museum is like first of all, it's an amazing thing to see. But their robot exhibit, they have a lot of great examples. Yeah, they do have one of those. And then, of course, there's an IBO, because there has to be an IBO. But all of the robots are there. So when we're looking for a name for our next IBO, we go to the Computer History Museum and then pick one.
Oh, that's genius. You see which one jumps out at you. Dude, that's cool.
That's
I've
how it
never
works.
heard of this. I'll just see if there's I like to take like my chat to like museums and stuff, and sometimes they do like Google scans of like museums. I'll just see if there's one for this one. This one might be kind of cool.
Sometimes in VR chat. You got to help me get my avatar in VR chat straightened out. I had somebody out of nowhere hit me up on Discord offering to do it, and then I realized that it was a scam.
Oh,
But, yeah,
I can hook you up with
need a
people
better
that
VR
will be
chat.
able to help you out with that. That is no problem. Yeah, if you need your avatar in VR chat, I can help you with that. I could.
I
put
got
you in
real
touch with
close.
People who could help.
I got really close to getting this avatar in, but I just could never get the polygons down enough.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. You could pay like somebody to do that. Like I usually have to do that because of like how my models are also, and they'll chop it down so that it's like usable. But if I forget, you can remind me. But yeah, I'll send you somebody who can help you with that.
Sweet, because then we can show up in VR chat, and that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be really cool because I kind of have you in mind for something that I'm with. It's like, you know, we're like a small indie group, but we're doing some fun
Sure.
stuff coming up pretty soon. I was like, oh my god, Desmond would be really good for this very specific.
I'm
thing
ready
that we're
to
gonna
say
be doing.
yes.
I'll tell you
You
about. I'll
haven't
tell you about
seen
the
me
project
anywhere
later.
else. You haven't seen me anywhere else because nobody's asked me. You guys, you finding me turned up in one of my Google alerts, and then I found out what you were doing, and here I am.
It's such like a random thing because like we do like a lot of like rabbit holes and stuff like that too, like, which is funny because like I was addicted to like the CNET stuff, like especially until like we ran out of episodes, unfortunately. But
I've got more.
you became like a highlight for us though. Eventually, like we went from like when we saw you, were like, okay, because like we were watching the show, it was a little dry, you know what I mean? And then you came out with your blue hair and your leather jacket. We're like, who the hell is this guy? But then it turned out you were fucking awesome. And
No,
then you
they
became,
let me do what I had to do.
yeah, and then you became like our favorite thing to like look for in CNET episodes. We're like, maybe Desmond's gonna be in this one, maybe Desmond. And then like literally you showed up one day and we're like, no way. I even VIP'd you in chat ahead of time just in case if you ever did show up.
Oh, that's awesome. I think is that the little crown thing that I have?
Yeah, the little purple thing. Yeah, the little pink,
Oh,
pink
that's
thing.
awesome.
The diamond is just like means you're a VIP here.
I'm gonna ask Commander Bad Commander Bad Player is asking me about September '87, and I don't know them, but I'll tell you what. If you're on the Discord, you should be able to find me on there. I'm Desmond Crisis on the Coqui Discord. Hit me up, and what I'll do is I'll ask Dennis G, the guy who does the State of Synth. I'm sure he's gonna know.
Ooh,
And there's some
nice.
other amazing ones too, like Dead Tesla. I just met this guy's a Spanish dude. He's like not even sure if you know, like he's on Bandcamp, but he doesn't charge anything for any of his tracks, and they are bangers. It's called Dead Tesla.
Dead Tesla. I'm gonna grab it really quick. Dead Tesla.
Oh yeah, I opened the show. The last show I did, if you look in my archives, I opened the show with his stuff, and it was just crushing. It was
Nice.
amazing. And you might call it dark synth, but it's like this kind of metal synth. It's pretty great anyway. And I keep finding great stuff like that. Vector Hold is one of my old BBS buddies from a million years ago, and he's just amazing shredding.
BBS, buddy. I love that.
Yeah, for like dial-up BBSs for sure.
I still have BBS
I shouldn't even out him
buddies.
like that.
I have BBS buddies still. I'm still friends with my BBS buddies. That's how messed up the internet is. I'm still friends with my BBS buddies.
You're not old enough to have been on a BBS. Don't give
I'm
me that.
28 years old. Excuse me.
I got modems that old.
There's Dead Tesla's Bandcamp if you guys want to check him out.
Oh yeah, no, he's awesome, and if especially if you guys ratchet up his numbers, he's gonna have no idea why. He's hit me up on the Night Ride Discord, and he's like, oh, you know, like he's like amazed that I even played him, and he's like, oh, you played me like next to all these other bands, and that's like very, you know, I feel not worthy. Are you kidding me? You're better than them. It just, you know, people just don't know who you are yet.
How humble. That's so cool. I love to hear it. I'll definitely check him
Yeah,
out.
it's total sweetheart. And then Laura Fares is an absolute champion. I don't know, LAU. She just these great
LAU.
pop wave tunes, and they're genius. And she's like, all these people collaborate with her. She gives all these great videos and stuff, but it's so accessible. What really blows my mind about it, especially a lot of these pop wave stuff, that's really like poppy synthwave. Some people call it pop wave. I like to call it pop wave. It just blows my mind that they're not mainstream and huge. Like the Midnight, you guys who know it, and when you listen to this, you're gonna think the same way. Why are these guys not huge like Lady Gaga? And the answer is, I think their producer, I think the guys in the band are smart enough to stay off of a major label, because I think they know that if they get involved in a major label, they're going to lose more money than they make. So if they stay independent and sell all their CDs direct to as many people as love them, I think that's the model that works for them, and they're smart enough to know it.
That's awesome. That's like literally the way to go, especially if you have like a unique thing. You're not trying to hit that mainstream audience. You are best off as indie, always.
Ruby Rose 2077 says the Midnight makes me feel again. That is exactly why I do this.
Ooh.
anything, you know, when you get a little older, it's kind of, I hate to say this, but you really got to look for things to be passionate about, because you've seen a lot of stuff. Like I've been passionate about a lot of different things, and you kind of like, I don't know, you almost run out of them. So when you find anything that gives you feels, that makes you feel like, hey, you know, I'm passionate. I'm going this direction. This makes me feel like being alive. This makes me feel like I'm doing something is useful. that's what I love about synthwave, like really good synthwave, like the Midnight, Gunship, LeBrock, these bands. And they really make you feel like you're doing, like you are something, like you're part of something, like you know, they just give you some kind of a feeling. And sometimes, and maybe, and it's not just how long I've been here, it's just where we live now with this background level of suck that is so high that you really got to hang on to things that make you feel.
Yeah.
So good call. Good call.
Very important. That is such good advice. Like the things that make you feel are like the most important things, and you are supposed to prioritize those things over everything else.
Yeah, put them on top.
Put 'em at the
Absolutely
very
put them
top.
on top. Do not deny yourself and share them with people. Like I'm doing this now. You guys are doing it in the chat. You got to share the things that make you feel, because we live in a universe that is designed to make you not feel stuff.
Yep.
And it's just because they don't know what to do. AI has no soul, and no one's going to know you better than you.
Yep. And a lot of the time, because of like you know, mainstream struggles and stuff like that, a lot of the artists don't have like the budget to like get out there or advertise or anything like that. So word of mouth is literally sometimes all that artists have, you know. So that's a cool
that's
thing.
what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do with my Night Ride show, is take this underground thing that works, except that there is so much synthwave, and then we have to navigate the AI minefield, right? Like Night Ride is AI free. We won't do it. Like we don't play AI based music. I mean, it's not worth it.
It's not music.
There is a lot of synthwave out there. There are a lot of producers out there. There are some real geniuses out there, but you've got to curate it. Like any other music, you've got to curate it and say, okay, so I've looked at all these things, and these are the ones that I think are real standouts. I'm going to save you some time. I'm going to drive you in a direction. I'm going to show you a thing. And then you, in exchange, interact with me and tell me the things you think I'm missing, so we can create this curated thing that everybody gets something from.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And that's why I'm here, folks. That's why I'm here. Night Ride FM, Friday nights. I do the best I can.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like, again, connection. It's all about connection. It's about playing directly to your audience. It's about, like, the interaction with the audience, all that stuff. That's literally what's important at the end of the day. I wish more people realize that.
FL Panda says DJing is way more than just spinning, and that is absolutely true. And we get these people who, like, call themselves DJs and just play a Spotify playlist, and you can tell because like gaps and stuff. But, you know, when I play it, that I mix the music together. I substitute talent for stems for talent. I do all the DJ stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, you might as well go all the way with the art with it, and not just like
it's fun.
Let it auto do or whatever. But
I've got my controller. Everything is manual. And the thing about like DJing is you can't do it with a mouse and keyboard. You got to get a controller, right? The wheels of steel, even if it's not the, you know, $50,000, you know, Skrillex setup or whatever. If you can control the things with tactile buttons, it's a video game. It's like Call of Duty, except with music.
Have you always had like a like calling for music, or was that something that came later?
Well, I have no musical talent at all. That's why I'm a DJ.
But I mean, you still
I'm
gotta,
joking.
like, mix and
I can
stuff
count
like
to
that.
4.
Yeah, I mean,
I can count to 4.
All right, well, I mean, 4 is all you really need for music for the most. Well, not for the most part, but
Yeah.
It'll
No,
get you by.
I was never a musician. I own a keyboard. I don't know how to play it. All these guys are producers, and I would understand the structure of music, and I understand what sounds good, but really, my passion is for people. I mean, you know what? Like, if I pick this up, I love the audience, and I want to do something useful. So my whole media career was, and if you watch my work, knowing this, you will see it. If I didn't say this, you wouldn't know it. But I always felt like somebody gave me a golden ticket. Somebody gave me a backstage pass in the early 90s, and I'll be damned if I wasn't going to share that with absolutely everybody who wanted to go. So if you watch any of the stuff that I do, I'm taking what I felt was a real honor and a privilege of access and sharing that in a way that nobody else will. So I will always look for the part of the story that's being missed. I will always try to tell it from a different angle, and I will take the access that was granted and gifted to me by luck and spread that around to everybody so that they can have the most privileged access to stories no one else was telling.
That's awesome. That's why you're always going to have longevity, Desmond, is you just do it differently. You do it outside the box, and that's awesome. More people got to think outside the box.
Well, no, it's just like take the gift you're given, right?
Yeah.
Like you're watching, and there's a lot of talking heads. I mean, like a lot of times they hire actors and stuff to be journalists, and it's a mistake. But people that I worked with, like Richard Hart. Richard Hart, you see him
You
in
just
that
had
stuff.
him before, up on the screen
Yeah,
before.
so he was my mentor, and he's the one who did the story about me that you saw with Otaku Patrol Group. That guy's a genius, but it's because he's brilliant. First of all, the guy is just an absolute genius. He knows how to talk to people. He understands how stories are told. But he's passionate about these things, but it's straightforward. Like it's the job. That's what he's doing. He's going to make sure that he finds a great story and he tells it straight ahead. And then I get to be the weirdo who tells you the story no one else is going to tell you. So I figured if they're going to take a chance on me, I'm going to deliver something you can't get anywhere else. Otherwise, why do it? Like, why would I do just like Alex, right? Why would I do the same thing somebody else is doing?
That is such good advice. Everybody should be listening to this. Desmond really knows his stuff. That is literally the best. Like, do what you know, which is like your unique thing. You know what I mean? Like, you
It's
know
just
how to
what
do it
drives
your
you.
way. Do it your way. Yeah.
Coqui, you got to show up. You show up to do this stream all the time, and I'm sure that you spend a lot of time in the shower, whatever, thinking about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, and what comes through, and the reason you're still here, and the reason that your audience is still here, and that I'm still here, is that you have a passion that drives you to do a unique thing. Like there is not another show like this one, and I'm just not just stroking. We're just saying like this is how it works. This is how we live with ourselves doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I know that when you show up, you're not doing somebody else's thing. You're doing your thing. And even if nobody appreciated it, which is not a problem, you appreciate that you're following your passion and you're doing your thing, and you're blessed that people connect with it.
Exactly. That's my chat just pranked me. That is not a real Discord call. That was during a beautiful moment. But it's true. It's absolutely true because like your unique thing is unique to you, and the fact that you have this connection that is with your unique audience is such a special thing, and that's what the actual value is. And that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day is that like beautiful connection that you have, and it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's why we come here. Honestly, I'll be totally honest. Towards the end of the radio run, like I had a broadcast career. I mean, it was amazing. Like what a gift. I was burning out. Like I felt like I had done everything. I felt like I'd told every story that was worth telling because the BS level was so high.
Yeah.
I would spend more, and this got like I did it for about like 8 years at CNET. It got worse. Like before, the crazy ideas were at least interesting, and then they just became like stupider and stupider ideas. Like the phone would ring, or when I get emails or whatever, people pitching me things that they wanted to be on the show, right? They wanted visibility for whatever their product was, and like the level of vapor went up like exponentially every year that I was there, and I like spent more time just like airing people out. And like I got to the point where I would say somebody would be trying to pitch me something and it wasn't making any sense. And again, my police training was keep asking questions till it either makes sense or they realize they don't make sense, right? So I finally get to the point of like, hey, what color is this thing? And they're like, what? Like it's a physical thing, right? And they go, yeah. I'm like, well, what color is the box? Is it white, gray, blue, purple? What is it? And they go, well, I don't know. Because you've never seen one, right? Right. Okay. Find me somebody who knows what this is. If it really exists, have them call me, right? Like I appreciate that you were developing the cold calls, but I can't talk to you.
So they were basically pitching you stuff that like technology that didn't exactly exist?
Yeah.
Kinda? Okay.
It was
So
like
they're
a
like, I
pie in the
have an
sky
idea.
thing.
Like type thing?
Sort of, but they were pretending that they'd already done it. Like they were hoping by the time that I did the story that it would exist. I'm like, nah, it doesn't work. I need to see it first.
Honestly, that's awesome. That's smart of you because like that literally keeps like people who are just make big promises like out of like getting eyes that when they don't have like an actual plan to actually execute their good idea. Because execution of a good idea is very difficult compared to the good idea.
Exactly. No, I mean, there's thinking and there's doing it. Ides of April says, keep pressing them until their pitch runs out of buzzwords. We used to have a card in the studio. Every once in a while, you would hear somebody like off camera in the radio station, like during the interview, somebody would like off camera, bingo, because we had bingo cards with buzzwords on them and ink spotters. And like, every time they'd say something like, oh, well, it's a B2B e-commerce.com, like bingo.
It's probably like the people that were like late to this kind of thing too, where they're just like, oh, you can make big money over this way. I'll go come up with a new invention. Like it's probably those kinds of things.
I kind of had an advantage, like an unfair advantage on airing out nonsense because I was a music director at a college radio station during like the grunge and techno wars. And like in like techno, there were like really inspired great bands doing like, acid house and techno. And then everyone, well, that looks easy. And they would make a bunch of crap. And like the same thing happened to disco, right? Disco was just a phenomenon. And it starts out with some really impassioned, great, good feel songs. And then other people go, wow, that's a lot of money. I wonder if we could, let's get a disco tune going. Like my family used to be involved with the music industry peripherally. My uncle was the road manager for Van Halen.
Oh, yo.
back in the day. So we would get another story. He may have been the guy who invented the brown M&M thing. Unfortunately, he's gone now. I really would die and ask because he was the right guy at the right place. And it might have been him.
Yeah, if he's like the manager, he's the one that's being like, it needs to be this.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
manager, yeah.
sadly, he passed on. But we used to get, so being adjacent to the record industry, we used to get record service at the house stuff. And I swear to God, I at once held and almost listened to an album by Joey Travolta.
Now
That's
who may
the
I
height
ask
of
is
the
Joey?
disco nonsense. I think it's John's brother. It looked kind of like him on the cover, but look, you know what? That's what happened to disco, right? Disco, all these bands said, or all these record companies said, "Oh wow, look at all the money you can make doing disco," and they just go like find things and pump disco out of them, and they weren't great. And then it murdered, and then everybody disco sucks and stuff, And they honestly, it did by the time they killed it. But you listen to early disco, you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
And then I watched the same thing happen to techno. I watched the same thing happen to grunge.
Yep.
I'm watching the same thing happen to the .com, the World Wide Web.
Yep.
And then I'm watching it happen to the metaverse, the AI, the enshittification of everything, right?
Yep.
Like you get an inspired thing that actually works. And again, let's bring it all the way back around. Because people use it.
Yep.
Why do people use it? Because people are wondering who they are and what they should be doing with themselves. And if their life has any direction or if they're making any connection, not with computers, we can do that. Are they making connections to other humans?
Very true. And a lot of the time, nobody actually secretly knows what they're doing, actually. Where you think that somebody has, this person has their shit together. They don't actually. Most of us are just panicking.
I'm wondering right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's this actually a secret is everybody's just trying to navigate stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's midlife crisis is really more of an identity crisis. Every crisis you're going to have, you're just, here's the thing, like, and I spend too much time thinking about this, but it's interesting because it starts to kind of make sense. And that is that you spend your day wondering if you're doing it right.
Mm.
You want to do it right. People want to do it right. But the only way you can know if you're doing it right is to know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And to know what it is that you're supposed to be doing, you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
So we spend our whole lives trying to figure out who we are so we can know what we're supposed to be doing, so we can know if we're doing it right.
Honestly, true. So that's why it's important to embrace yourselves and the things that you like. It's so important to have like like your hobbies and embrace all that stuff and your passions and stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people had it was just like a trend I'd seen. Like people had forgotten stuff that they had liked for like a while because they're so busy getting caught up in like a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like really just embrace, and then things will kind of fall into place for you.
Exactly. How long does the show go?
Oh yeah, it's as long as you want to go. Because I know this is pretty late for you. You can stay for as long as you want.
No. I didn't want to make sure I wasn't making you go into overtime.
Oh no, not at all. You could stay for literally as long as you want. Like it's no problem.
Does she do this for everybody?
I used to do
8 hours.
No. I didn't.
I'm in for 8 hours. Let's do this thing.
It's been a while since I did 8 hours. I had vocal cord nodules, so I'm down to the 5-hour stream at the moment, but I'm hoping to go back up to 6 soon.
So what? When I used to do the talk show, and I used to do 3 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I could do it, and you can hear my vocal cords obviously have changed since I did that. But if I took if we had like a 3-day weekend, I was a little rough towards like the 3rd hour because I just I'd spent 3 days not doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then if I had like a 4-day weekend or I took a vacation, I could not. My voice would bottom out by the 2nd hour, and I couldn't do it. You couldn't make voice.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I can definitely notice like the quality and myself like drop over time too. But like it's important to stay hydrated. You gotta drink lots and lots of water. That's what my doctor told me.
No, I totally believe you. I'm no good at that. How do people do that? Like I watched guys at work who like carry around like a keg of water and it's marked.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I had to basically become one of those people because my doctor was like, "You're not drinking enough water. You have to drink more water. You are killing your vocal cords by not drinking enough water." So I had to increase my water intake. Now it's like a habit, but it was hard.
Okay, so another crazy story. When I was racing in the stock car races, and I think that you guys have seen that video. It's like at the carnival, they have the stock car races in the mud. It's total redneck, car wrestling with cars.
I don't remember that one. I remember you racing with I think the Yahoo CEO in a car, maybe. Possibly.
Oh yeah, no, that
Maserati,
was
maybe?
that was Thresh. That was the
right.
world's first e-game champion.
Right.
He didn't know how to drive a stick, and he won John Carmack's Ferrari, and I had to teach him how to drive it. So another fun story. I'm so glad we didn't get pulled over that day. No, but so I used to have like one of those water bags and like a hose that like went up into my helmet because it's like dusty, dirty racetrack and stuff. And I would drink the hell out of that, except that I wasn't real smart, so it was all Mountain Dew Code Red.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna hydrate you, Desmond.
Yeah, but it makes you a better dirt track racer.
Did he give you? Did it actually like hone in your skills? Is that the secret?
I got all buzzed out on sugar, and since everyone else there I think was drunk, I think it helped, but I still didn't win. I had a good time.
Does it have caffeine in it? I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
it's
would
like
make
unhealthy amounts of caffeine and lots of sugar.
Do you still have the Mountain Dew?
Two great tastes that taste great together.
They do. Do you still have the Mountain Dew addiction?
No way,
That's
man.
good.
That stuff tastes like the can. But you remember? I don't know if you remember. I still have some of the swag. Do you remember a drink they made called Surge?
Yeah, I remember Surge. Yeah.
Yeah. I have like the antenna ball from Surge.
Wait,
we drank the hell out of that stuff when we were young and stupid. Yeah.
I think that Surge is still around, but it's under a different name or something, right? Is that the one that's Starry, or is that a different one?
Oh, Starry's awful.
Yeah, I don't
Starry is
really
like
drink
a
soda.
Sprite knockoff.
Yeah.
I hope they're not a sponsor.
No, they're not. They're not. You could also trash
I'm
my
joking.
sponsors. I don't take any sponsors that won't let me trash
What
them.
was the guarana drink? What the heck was it called? Coke had a drink that had a lot of guarana in it.
Guarana?
Yeah, it was like a Brazilian tropical fruit or something. It was like just loaded with like insane amounts of sugar.
Oh, Sobe?
remember what-
Oh, ball. Okay, they're saying balls or Sobe. Balls with a W. Bubbles.
That's a different one. Guarana. What the hell was it? Maybe that was the name of it.
We were talking about Ecto Cooler the other day. You remember Ecto Cooler?
Oh yeah, just barely. Balls. Oh my God. I never even drank that.
Oh,
But Surge kept us going. I mean, that was the
that was the one.
that was a legendary influence for sure. Surge Cola.
RNC too was like another pretty good. I don't think they make that, or was it Tab? It's
RC
either
Cola?
RNC or Tab. One of them they don't make anymore. One of them was pretty
I don't
good
think
though.
they make Tab, but they brought Fresca back.
Oh, I don't even think I've had a Fresca. What is that, like a Sprite knockoff?
It's a grapefruit soda. It used to be a big thing in the 70s. I think Coke owned them in the 70s. And they're back with, it's like a sparkling water thing, but it's grapefruit. And it's really, actually, grapefruit works with sparkling water.
Yeah, I like black cherry sparkling water a lot too. I feel like that one also works.
Yeah, it's tricky to find like a good one that's not terrible.
Yeah. That's the trick. Oh,
So,
Jolt
let's see,
Cola
what's
was
on
the
our-
other one too? Yeah. Oh yeah, go for it.
Jolt. Oh, yeah. All the sugar and twice the caffeine. That was their thing. Josta. That's what it was. It was called Josta. And it was Coca-Cola made a soda with
I have to look this
guarana juice in it. And it was called Josta. Josta.
Josta Cola. Let's see this images.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else, Geek, got it too at the same time I did.
Wow. Okay, this is interesting. It almost looks like it's the Insane Clown Posse type.
I got one of
cans.
those blew up in my car one time, and the car was never right again.
Oh no!
It was
released
so
something-
thick.
Oh, it was that thick. Wait.
Yeah,
wait,
it was
oh,
like
there a
like
second ago.
syrup. It was like maple syrup.
Oh my god. That's how thick it was. Isn't that like what cheerwine kind of is too? Have you ever had the cheerwine stuff?
No.
Okay, yeah, it's not very good, but that was it's really thick like that. How you described it, how it's like less liquidy and kind of more on the boiled down side, I guess.
Yeah. Penultimate was said that pretty sure Josta's the Jedi librarian. I had to say this in my head a bunch of times. It was Joe Costa knew was the Jedi librarian. I feel like that was a test that they didn't intend to give.
We recently watched. Oh, we watched it actually on. I guess it was May 5th. We actually watched the first 6 Star Wars all in one go.
You're supposed to watch that on May the 4th.
Oh, I meant okay, yeah, the 4th actually. We did do it on the 4th. I don't know why I said the 6th.
Now you see why they make me go to sci-fi conventions?
Because
I know this stuff.
It was my first time seeing it. If you couldn't tell by me saying "May the 6th be with you."
Big red. Oh my God, Lifesaver soda. What are you looking at?
Lifesaver soda. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, this is somebody's like I guess soda can thing. It's just a Reddit post, but it was the Josta can. But they got some Fruitopia back there. You remember Fruitopias?
Ugh.
Those were nasty.
It's just the stuff they got away with. It was amazing. So since we're talking about Star Wars dates, I'll let this out. I'll dox myself. Oh my God. Dox myself. My birthday is on Empire Day.
What's Empire Day?
What's Empire Day?
Yes, what is Empire Day?
Empire Day is the day. I mean, everybody tell her what Empire Day is.
Is that like is it like, if I had to guess, it's probably the day that Star Wars came out, period. Like the day.
It's the day that everything happens. It's the day that the Emperor takes over. It is the day that Luke and Leia are born. It is the day that Ezra Bridger is born. It is Empire Day. And they never, obviously, they don't have a basic calendar in Star Wars. They don't really talk about the months, but there is a day that is called Empire Day, right? There's Battle of Yavin, which is one thing in the timeline, but there's also Empire Day. So Empire Day is actually a day in England where they had a parade to celebrate the release of Empire Strikes Back. So that makes that Empire Day, and that fell on May 20th.
Oh,
so May 20th is Empire Day, and then if you just make the connections,
and it's also your birthday.
That puts my birthday on the same day as Luke and Leia Skywalker and Ezra Bridger.
Did you think that maybe you might be a lost triplet, perhaps?
I don't know when Life Day is. It's El Guapo. I don't know when Life Day is, but I would celebrate it and with a great big yub nub.
Wait, is Life Day also a Star Wars? Is that the Ewok thing?
Life Day is Wookiees.
Oh, I like
the Star
Wookiees
Wars
a lot.
special. Remember the Star Wars special with like Harvey Korman and
oh my God, we just watched it over
Arthur
Christmas
and stuff.
Yeah, it is wild.
That's Life Day.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was it was called Life Day. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels yet?
No, not yet. We also were gonna watch
okay.
Something called Alderaan. We haven't watched that yet either.
I don't know that one.
That's like a TV
There's
series
so
that's
much,
supposed to
and
be
I haven't
really
watched
good.
Darth Maul yet. I haven't watched the Maul thing.
I haven't watched that either.
So Rebels I don't usually cosplay. I did have a set of Stormtrooper armor at one point, which is kind of fun. Before it became like, everybody had them.
Oh.
But
I mean,
so Star Wars Rebels looks like children's shovelware. It was for Disney XD, and it just like the way they did the rendering and stuff. In Clone Wars, they had a certain like rendering style, right?
Yeah.
So Rebels, they have another unique rendering style, and it is not as realistic. It's a little bit more stylistic, and to me, it didn't look as detailed. Like when I took a glance at it, I'm like, oh no, they are just not spending time on it. And then I started watching it because I thought, oh, a kid's show, and they're just kind of shoveling like, oh my God, we're here. No, it is amazing. Rebels is some of the best character development and storyline they've ever done in Star Wars. And it goes on and on forever, and there's a little bit of, fan service and stuff in there. But the stories, and like especially as it's getting late in that, they get really intense and heavy, and they're really amazing. Rebels is unbelievable. I was really, it looked like shovel. Like when I first saw, I'm like, oh, you guys aren't like that serious anymore, are you? And then I guess it was just a style call, and the stories and the characters are amazing.
Yeah, I'm even kind of like looking at it right now. I found a picture, a screenshot of it, and I see what you mean. Like the character designs aren't like that remarkable. Like where beforehand they had the guy that did Samurai Jack on the Clone Wars, and that was like beautiful. This is
just it's just a different style,
Yeah,
and but the stories and the characters are really some of the best. But nothing beats Andor season 2. Andor season 2 was the best thing that I think I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Okay, that's actually what I meant to say before when I mentioned the series. I'm
Oh,
new
yeah.
to Star Wars is the thing. So my first time
Okay.
really watching Star Wars like in full was like literally this year.
I love Sabine
yeah.
Wren's style. She's the one right next to you. There's a little bit of latency, but the girl with like the bob that's in the front.
Yeah, she looks
I
cool.
guess right behind your head. She's amazing. I mean, what a wonderful character, and even in live action, they really pulled it off.
Nice.
It's great. I mean, yeah, you'll love Rebels. You'll love Rebels.
Yeah. I liked the first few movies too. I thought that they were pretty good too. So like, I do want to check
Yeah.
out like the other stuff that they have to offer.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, the only thing that really gets me in Star Wars is some of the unlikely character recoveries, like Darth Maul surviving and stuff like that. Just seem kind of dumb.
Yeah,
And
they do
Cad
that-
Bane is unwatchable. But other than that,
What is that one? I've never even heard of that one.
Cad Bane is a recurring character who starts out in Clone Wars and then kind of starts showing up everywhere. And he's like this real caricature. He's this caricature of a Western gunslinger. I can't remember the actor that he's a caricature of, but it's annoying. He's just
Oh,
the most
yeah.
annoying character.
So he's just forced in there, kind of thing. Like he doesn't really belong, and he's forced in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the Darth Maul show, and like Penultimate says that the Darth Maul show is cool, and I will like it. Yeah, I mean, I will watch it. I just was really, I thought, and Darth Maul's a great character, but he was supposed to die, and then he found a way to not die, and then it kind of got contrived for a while. So maybe they were redeeming that character for me. I don't know.
I mean, they'll try anything too, just to milk a profit, though. Too, it is.
Well, it's almost like no ideas, right?
Yeah, it's true. Wait, Sabine and Asuka show?
Ahsoka. I think she's typing fast. Yeah, the show Ahsoka, they did a live action Sabine Wren, and they cast it well, and I think she was great.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird because she's not really force sensitive, but they're training her in like as a Jedi anyway, and I think they're on this track of like everybody's got a little bit of the force. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh, that'll be interesting considering that's a different way to take it. Has that been the way the movies have been pulling it recently? I haven't watched any of the new movies. Is that like a thing that they've been kind of putting?
Yeah,
as
it's
a
mostly
subplot?
TV shows.
Oh, TV shows.
And
Okay, gotcha.
And I don't know if Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it's already out. I lost track. There was just too much stuff coming that didn't make sense. Andor 2 was so satisfying. I was afraid to see the next thing.
Yeah, from what my chat tells me is that Andor is the only one that's like decent out of like a lot of the not the only one, but it's one of the more better ones that have come out that are like spin-offs and offshoots and
It's
stuff.
really, really well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, especially season 2. And season 1's pretty good.
Mhm.
Season 2 is amazing.
Nice. I look forward to it. We're gonna be making time to do that sometime soon.
For sure.
Yeah. We just did 3 hours. How long did you want to go?
You know what? I think I'm gonna let you have your show back.
I mean, I think I'm gonna wind up like ending. I was just gonna, yeah, that's totally fine.
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
You still want to have me back? What, in like
Yeah.
a week?
It's the second actually. So the second, which is not tomorrow, but the next day, Thursday. I know
Oh, yeah,
that
just a
you.
couple days.
Yeah. We'll be
I'll
starting
just
around
drop in
like.
for a visit.
Yeah.
I don't
well,
want to derail you guys again,
Oh,
like I
you're-
did this time.
No. You could always stop by and derail. I love conversation and stuff like this. This is like totally cool. Like the fact that we didn't even get to, most of the, well, you know what I mean. The fact that we were gonna like maybe go through like the hiker's guide, and we just talked the whole time. This is awesome. You have nothing to apologize for.
fun.
My
Well, I
chat
hope
is used
everybody
to
had a good
me
time.
going off the rails constantly. I'm like, I'm gonna do this today, and then we do something else. Like, don't worry.
Well, I mean, that's the best part. You never know what's going to happen in the show.
Exactly. That's the best part. Is that we're probably gonna do this, but maybe not.
Yeah. Well, no, you just never know. You never know which way it's going to go. And that's the best part about doing anything live. And that's why people keep coming back.
Hell yeah.
Because you're afraid of what you're going to miss.
Well, but you guys should also go out and do hobbies and have touch grass and stuff like that too. But of course, my VODs will always be hell.
So
But-
let's talk about things we can talk about next time. We can talk about ham radio because that's still kind of interesting.
That's
We
definitely
can talk about Mesh-tastic and Mesh Core, or what
Yes.
I call the People's Pager, which is a little gadget that you don't need a license for. It costs about $40 and will plug you into the secret wireless network that is not the internet. It is not the cell phone, but you can send text messaging over it. It's kind of like CB text messaging in the 2020s. They're using it. I've heard that they were using it to track CBP agents in Minnesota because it's not traceable. That's kind of interesting. I've heard that people take Meshtastic nodes to music festivals because then they can not only keep in touch with their friends without having to rely on a cell phone network that may be overloaded at a like good sized festival, but then they can also plug into public channels and meet people who are at the festival that they don't already know.
That's pretty cool.
Meshtastic and Meshcore. Very interesting. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. How you said the device is how much?
$40. It's not money. 40, $50.
It's funny because pretty soon we're going to be going to a convention ourselves over in San Jose. There's a VTuber convention, believe it or not.
Oh, what?
Yeah, VTuber.
And you're going to get me in, right?
I mean, if you want to go, I could get you a badge.
There was a VTuber, or no, there was some streamer thing. I think it was a Roblox thing they did at Fort Mason here in San Francisco. And the day they did it was a day that we were on a tour with the fireboat. We got on the fireboat and they were giving us a tour of it and they were driving us around a little bit. And one of the things they did was they went right up to Fort Mason, went right up to the rail and, took the fireboat up there so we could, see all the folks. So like all these streamers are there streaming us because we're in the fireboat and we just were checking them out.
That's right.
I don't know if you were there.
No, I wasn't there for that, but I was there for the last Offkai, which it's ended July this year. It's July 25th, I think. But yeah, that's San Jose area.
So when's the thing in San Jose?
That's the weekend of July 25th or 22nd, around there, whatever that weekend is. But it's in San Jose.
Oh, that's coming up. That's like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's literally in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's what we're working on stuff. Yeah, I mean,
we'll hang out. I'll dye my hair for you.
I mean, if you want, I'll get you a badge and stuff too. I think we have an extra badge for our booth and stuff too. So.
You guys think I should go?
You should go. Do you want to meet the coqui nuts? The coqui nuts are going to be there too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be epic.
We're actually, okay, so honestly, I go hang out with my chat too at these things. So Sunday, we were probably going to hang out and do either Great America or the Charles Schwartz Museum, like the Snoopy guy. We're thinking about doing that on Saturday away from the con.
Charles Schultz should be up in Santa Rosa. That's like 2 hours away, 3 hours away.
Oh, is it like 2-3 hours away? Okay.
Charles, the Peanuts Museum? That's all in Santa Rosa. That's the North Bay.
Okay, well then if that's the case.
Or Computer History Museum. That's not very far away. That's pretty close.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
now we're talking.
You guys, I have an epic Mongolian barbecue not far from that place.
From the Computer History Museum?
No, from the San Jose, wherever it is. I mean, it's just in Santa Clara. It's the town next door. But you can eat, we call it many bowls. You just keep going up. You load all the raw stuff and they cook it on a grill and it's amazing.
All right. Well, then let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it. You're on my home turf. I lived in San Jose for a while. I was at my college radio station, KSCU, Santa Clara, the mission position on your dial.
Yo, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's end of July. You'll be able to meet a lot of the chat too, because a lot of them are going.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Awesome.
That'll be epic.
Yeah, I'll get you all the information on it. That wouldn't be a problem. Awesome, dude. That's
See what
great.
you
It'll
talked
be
me
awesome
into?
to get to meet you.
I'm glad I stuck around.
Hell yeah. Dude, that was awesome. Yeah, cool.
So what are the coqui nuts who show up like?
They're cool. They're as funny and intelligent and everything as they are in chat. They're cool. They're just cool.
Then I'm totally down. Let's do it. We'll bring some OPG over. It'll be a party.
Yeah. We'll have a great time. Yeah, it's the whole weekend too. There's a convention. If you want to go to the con, I'll get you a badge. Or if you just want to come to hang out. Okay, awesome. I'll get you all in that. Awesome. I'll get you squared away with that.
Oh my God! No pressure, everybody. No pressure.
Yeah,
we're only live and we're on the screen.
Yeah, I like that. I see the FOMO. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Do you want to plug your stuff though one more time? You'll get to now see him.
I'll do a quick wrap up.
Yeah.
So Desmond's super busy lately, and that's really amazing because Desmond hasn't been super busy in a super long time. So here I am doing stuff. So every Friday evening Pacific time, right around 5 p.m. Pacific time, so 8 on the East Coast, I do a synthwave, pop wave show. So if you like synthwave, I play all the stuff that I love, which is usually the stuff that people love. Do a little bit of news. I haven't really started doing interviews yet, but I think that's going to change. And I do it at this really fun place called Night Ride FM. So that's nightride.fm. They've got a bunch of different synthwave and dark synth and EBSM channels, chill synth. It's just a really well curated thing where there's no AI music. There are a couple of live shows. I think there used to be more live shows, but I discovered it's something I really wanted to do, so they let me have a show. And I do a couple of hours. You can listen to the archives if you go to nightride.fm and you click on the archives, and then there's a bunch of the shows. The State of Synth is another really good one. Those guys are geniuses. They've been doing this forever. They know everybody. They do really fun interviews with all the heavy hitters in the industry. Great musicians that show up on their show. They're amazing. But do check out nightride.fm. You can join the Discord. They got a custom Discord. It's discord.gg/synthwave. That was pretty
nice.
cool.
That's nice. They got the exact address. That's awesome.
Yeah, they got what they wanted. I don't know how they did it, but they got it. So discord.gg/synthwave. Drop in there. I spend a lot of time in there. And check out the show. Oh, here's the other thing. On that website, there's a chat window that's really just an IRC front end. So they're all still like old school IRC chatters. And if you don't have a client, there's one built into the website. So when I have my show, drop into the IRC so we can chit chat. It's a little cozier than here. You've got about 5,000 people in the audience and I have like 3. So do drop by. We'd love to see you. I could pay more attention. That's Night Ride FM Friday nights, or anytime you want to listen to it in the archives. And then if you're already out here in South Bay and you're into it, come on out to BayCon. That's the speculative fiction convention is what they're calling it now, from the Society for the Promotion of Speculative Fiction. And it's called BayCon, baycon.org. They're having me as a guest of honor. I'm so stoked. I mean, it's a real privilege, and I'm really humbled that they've asked me to be a guest of honor. It's a really fun thing. I'm going to MC a lot of the events, so I'll definitely be around. They told me I'm signing autographs, so I'm trying to find stuff that I can sign. I think I've got, I have a stack of like my old headshots from the old TV show, so those will be collector's items, I'm sure. So if you come out there, be sure and say hello. I'd love to see you. That's BayCon, and that is the July 4th weekend, but it actually runs July 3rd through 6th. That's in Santa Clara, California, at the Santa Clara Marriott. Baycon.org for more information. Then it's busy season, right?
That's good.
August 8 and 9, California Extreme. California Extreme is all of the a bunch of video game cabinet and pinball machine collectors get together, and they bring hundreds of video game machines, like arcade machines. They're all set on free play. They fill out a big chunk of the Santa Clara County Convention Center with these things. You buy a pass, you can play everything you want all weekend. On Saturday night, it's open till 1:30 in the morning. So you can absolutely go all night. And one of the things that they have there is they have a music showcase that is a bunch of video game oriented bands. I have to look at the lineup again, but they have bands that basically are video game music bands in play. And I MC that show, and then they let me DJ a show. They let me DJ at like 11 o'clock, but I mean, everyone's kind of streaming out, so it's really just me, where I play more synthwave stuff and retro video game style music. It's a bunch of fun, but really, if you've never seen an arcade quite this size, it's hundreds of machines, a lot of really exotic stuff, a lot of pinball. It's a ton of fun. I love doing it. And I'm also told that the music thing's going to go on for 2 days. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. When we don't have bands on that stage, there's a guy named Nick, and he has a set of like professional weapons grade rock band. And you go up and play, it's almost like karaoke, right? You go and you look in his catalog and you pick a song and you get like 3 other people to go play the rest of it. And you go play rock band with like almost serious instruments. I bring the light show and we set it all up. It's super fun. I think we were getting ready to fold it up and they said, "Oh, we need a singer. And I said, "What's the song?" And they said, "High Voltage by Electric Six." And I almost like fell over myself. I got up there and I got to be Dick Valentine for one song. And I think I pulled a muscle, but it was so worth it. So free play rock band when we're not doing the music thing. And then in that room, that's also all the home game consoles. And I'm going to bring 00. That's 2 systems of zero tolerance linked together on Sega Genesis machines. So you can play a linked Sega Genesis experience, but they've got everything over there. They've got Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment. They've got a Famicom. They've got the F channel. They've got a bunch of the Vectrex guys are cool. They bring a couple of Vectrex machines, and the guy's just a total genius. I talked to him for hours last time. They had a 3D headset for a Vectrex, and he's got an example that you can try there. It was like unbelievable for like 1982.
Whoa.
So absolutely see that. And then the last thing I don't actually have. I'm not playing at, but I really want to play at MagWest. And MagWest is like the weekend after CAX. So I'm campaigning because I want a DJ spot by the pool during MagWest. And I didn't really have that much to put on my application, so they didn't answer me and I was kind of late. But now I'm on Night Ride FM and I'm Coqui's guest and stuff like that. So I think I've got enough juice to be able to get a gig at MagWest. I want a pool gig at MagWest. Somebody get it for me, please.
Yeah, Cookie Nuts, ask for Desmond, because like they do have like guest like suggestions and stuff. Go throw Desmond's name in the pool. Well, not in the pool. Well, with the pool. Put that in the request.
Yeah, sure. Just not the deck.
Yeah. No,
but yes,
that's
retro
rad.
gaming heaven, Maverick 2736. I'm all about retro gaming, and this is like usually what they thaw me out for. Then they'll put me back into my cocoon, and I'll go. For you won't see me for the rest of the year. But and when they thaw me out, it is for these retro gaming things. Oh, and the other thing about MagWest, which is really epic, is they have a lot of indie game developers. I was hanging out with some devs who had great games, and they were little indie groups. They're exactly what you're hoping to find.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the smaller teams, like where it also brought in where you're like everybody cares about the project. That's where like the real care and stuff like is with like the indie scene.
Yeah, and no, but what's really great is when you like we talk about the indie scene and like it's hard to find. Like there's no critical mass. One of the things I'm trying to do with Night Ride is make critical mass for synthwave so that we can all get together and find it, right? Like and curate and do it.
Yeah.
So finding it's really important. Shows like MagWest are really important because the indie gamers all get together and then you can see what people are making. But when those guys don't get together, they're all totally distributed and they're hard to find.
Yeah. It's nice that it's like a gathering where everybody's all in like the same spot because everybody's like working on their own stuff too.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. So anyway, that's what we're doing. It should be a blast. And I guess July 28th, I might be seen skulking around the back rooms of San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the back rooms. The back rooms movie is set in a furniture store in San Jose.
I had no idea it was supposed to be in San Jose. Or wait, was it filmed in San Jose, or was it that's like the location?
I think it's
of the
set
movie?
in San Jose. I don't know.
Set in there. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. I had no idea that whole time.
Yeah. So one of the things we could do is I'll just jump in the cars and we'll go see if we can find the furniture store and go to the back room
and get some pictures of the back rooms.
Yeah, or maybe like go and explore the back rooms.
You can go furniture shopping. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, somebody said, is it really at McKee and Capitol? You guys know which one it is?
Wait.
Ultra Squid says at McKee and Capitol, and that's totally legit. I'll bet that is it. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, that's crazy if that's the case. That's really funny.
The guy who directed or produced conceived that is from my hometown. I had no idea.
That's right. It's crazy when you find that out. Like Dimitri Martin, the comedian, was from my hometown. I was like, what? He like went out to like the other high school. Basically, is a crazy thing.
Yeah. Noni Horowitz also came from Petaluma, and you may know her as Winona Ryder.
Oh, I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we do know where the back rooms are, and I think we could go there because if it really is a Capitol in McKee, it's not that far from the convention center.
Dude, yeah, that's awesome. We'll have plenty of time to explore that weekend too. I think the con closes by 6 usually too. There's a concert on Thursday too. That I'll be performing at on Thursday.
Are you really?
Yeah, actually. It's like a.
What do you do?
I rap.
Oh, badass! That's gonna be amazing.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Fig. Welcome in. Thank you so very much, Fig. Thank you. But yeah, I'll be performing some rap songs there at the con and stuff Thursday night.
Songs.
Yeah, but I'll be there from Thursday to Sunday.
Awesome. Oh, that would be fantastic.
I'll get you information.
I hadn't even heard
about
about that.
Yeah, but we'll also see you for tomorrow. Wait, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first. The following day, Tuesday, is the
I'll be back in a couple
launch.
days.
Yeah, so we're launching a museum in VR that is basically my community. We're a part of a bigger community too called the SOUTHSIDE. We're a bunch of like artists and streamers, and we are pulling our communities together, and we created a VR chat museum to showcase everybody's artwork. It's like kind of like my way to be like, hey, fuck you, AI, like you can't do what we
That's
can
awesome.
do. You know what I mean? So like now have a place to display our like fan art and stuff like that, and it's gonna have like rotating themes every few months. And so that's what I wanted to have you come speak at, and I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dr.
totally
Don
see
and
it.
stuff for that too. Yeah.
Not Dr. Don Rose, some other Dr. Don.
It was the other Dr. Don. Yeah, yeah. I was telling you he was
okay.
he's like a kind of older.
Oh,
internet
right.
guy. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah.
Oh my God, do you think I can get my avatar together by then?
Ooh, I will
doubt it.
get you in touch with somebody who might be able to help you by then. Yes.
Do that and we'll see. I mean, it's
We'll see.
too fast, but
We'll see. I'll send the message right after stream, I promise.
awesome.
Cool.
Which should be now, right?
Yeah, I can release you. I gotta thank them for a couple of gift subs and stuff like that I had gotten
do your
during
thing.
the interview. But Desmond, it was great to have you on. Please do not hesitate to stop by anytime you wanna. Like anytime you wanna be like, yo, you got a couple, a few free hours. We could plan something, or we could just shoot the shit. Whatever's cool. You're always welcome.
So I still have this one thing that I've been holding out on, and I will bust it out someday, I swear.
Ooh,
I'm just going to
okay.
tease you guys out this forever.
Yeah.
So when things were crazy and we ran the cyberpunk cult and like media was trying to figure out how to tell our stories and whatever, we had UK has an independent station called Channel 4. And in the 90s, they were trying to figure out how to speak to youth culture. And they started the show called Passengers. And Passengers was like this like ultra hip. Jason Priestley was on the show was like as a subject. And they did like Mexican rap music. It was very like hip hop. It's very cool. A really, really neat looking show. And they just launched it about the same time that I was starting to get a lot of attention for like running around with my cyberpunk cult, in San Francisco and pioneering technology, whatever, right? And it was really flashy and they really wanted to do it. And it's very hip and cool and stuff. But the director, the producer guy they sent was crazy. And we let them shoot this stuff and they made it this crazy cyberpunk adventure vigilante thing. The truth was I did get my car broken into when I was driving him around showing him what stuff was. So we spun that into some like really psycho fever dream vigilante justice thing with cyberpunks with blue hair and stuff. It was absolutely ridiculous. We actually refused to let them. I didn't tell them we were called the Otaku Patrol Group. I made up another name. We were the Urban Sports Club because they were so off script. And we just went with it and said, okay, this is just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like I'm making joke like it's ridiculous. But I don't show this video to anybody. I will show it to your audience one day. Maybe like the end of the season this year or whatever. But it was so ridiculous, like what they did with this, that I don't put it up
I would love to
because
watch
it's so
this.
silly. I don't want
We
anybody
love-
to take it
hey,
seriously.
We love camp. We love silliness. We love over the top. We love this kind of thing. Desmond, that is such a good gift you're giving us. I would love to have you on anytime you want to bring that by. I remember
Oh, yeah.
you were telling me about that too, of how you
Yeah.
found the old archive footage of it. I think you had. Uploaded it privately, possibly, and talking about like wanting to watch that. I would love to watch it with you.
Probably
sometime.
showed you. I don't upload it anywhere because I really,
Yeah.
it's not a sex tape, but it's really kind of like ridiculous. I really don't want people to take it seriously. But
Embrace it. If it's silly, it's just silly.
it's corny. I mean, it's really corny.
Corny's
Anyway.
good though. Corny is good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
embrace your cringe. That's the lesson. Embrace your cringe. There's nothing cringe about embracing your cringe.
It's like British cringe. I have so many stories. I'll tell them then. It was just nuts.
I look forward to it.
It was silly. Yeah, no, we'll do it. That'll be fun. It's a VHS rip, so I mean, it's only going to look so good, but whatever.
No, it's fine.
I got epic stills from it.
Yeah, no, we watch VHS rips of everything. All the trust me, they're used to my grainy. We watched Lost Media. We watched somebody had hand cams of the He-Man musical because it doesn't exist, and so it's like a bunch of rips of really bad like camcorders before cell phones of the He-Man musical, and it's from the 80s, and it's wild and
Oh my
it's
God.
so hard to understand. But we watched it, and so they're troopers when it comes to that.
They're troopers. They put up with anything from you.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God, that's nuts. Oh, and there's a Lost Boys musical, by the way. I don't know how I got that in my algorithm, but there's a Lost Boys musical on Broadway, and I just don't know if I could stomach it.
Oh my! But does it have the saxophone guy? That's gonna
No.
be the big. Oh, well, I can't stomach it myself then.
Maybe they found another saxophone guy. I don't know, but it looks.
I mean,
I don't know.
As long as they pay homage to him at least, and whoever they get to play him is giving the most, I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, the David character is. I don't know. They're all smooth. I don't get it. I'm not sure I'm going to engage, but apparently it's winning awards.
Oh, well, good for them. Good for them.
All right.
But yeah, thank you again, Desmond. This was a blast. Thank you again, and good luck with the conventions again. Guys, California Extreme is, that one was August 8th through 9th. The one before that was the one that's coming up literally this week is Baycon. Again, that is the 3rd through the 6th. There we go. And then finally, one more time, here we go, Night Ride FM. Check Fridays after 5 p.m. PST. You'll find Desmond. Alrighty. Thank you so very much, Desmond. And anything else you'd like to say?
I'll see you next time in a couple days. We'll check out the museum. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
Looking forward to it. And looking forward to meeting you at Off Guy.
I'm totally going to do it.
Hell yeah. I'll get you all the information. I promise. All right.
Awesome.
We'll talk soon then.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Let me hang up really quick and... let me get Desmond. Alrighty, Coqui Nuts. Thank you so much, and thank you. Oh gosh, my tracking's broken. Desmond, thank you so very, very, very much for stopping by today. I really, really appreciate it. The yap was wonderful. I really, really, really appreciate it. It was so much fun getting to talk to you and get to hear just these interesting things and being able to draw parallels between today versus the old and stuff like that. Not the old, come on. When the internet was still good, all right? It's just really interesting to get to pick your brain about that kind of stuff, and we really appreciate your insight and stuff too. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to getting to yap with you at Off Guy. Okay, I got some thank yous to get in. Oh, the 28. Oh yeah. Oh, the 28. Okay, I got some thank yous to do really quick before we head out. And I'm gonna rest my voice for the rest of the night, but I will be hanging out in Discord because I do have stuff to work on for Off Guy tonight. So I'll be in Discord tonight if you guys want to chill. You guys could throw something up if you want, and whatnot. But yeah, let me find where we are. 2 days ago. There we go. 2 days ago. 3 hours ago. So this is where it started. Here we go. Oh, Desmond, thank you so very much. Thank you. I really appreciate getting to yap with you. You have yourself a good night. Thank you. Dude, I had so much fun yapping with Desmond though. He's such a cool, real dude. And the advice he really was giving you guys and stuff like that, and the anecdotes and stuff. Listen to the man. He really knows his stuff. He's got it. He's got a good brain. He's got it figured out. Listen to him. Good night, Desmond. Thank you for hanging. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go jump in Go and we'll go work on projects and stuff. I think in a little bit. I want to go walk my dogs really quick though. Okay, so here we go. Geo Toaster, thank you so much for the 36 months with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. 3 years. I really appreciate it. That's a long time to be here. Thank you also, Liquid Metal. Thank you so much for the 30 months with me. It's good to see you. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you. Thank you also to Jericho. Thank you so much for the 34 months. Appreciate it. What the hell are these numbers? I know 3 and 4, but what the hell is 34? Sounds like a fake. I know numbers don't go above 28. I have no idea why it does that sometimes. Wait, found out you won't be streaming on your birthday on the 3rd, and you'll be busy with the museum and the interviews on the 2nd. Could you get an early happy birthday, please? Oh, so with these, thank you for the sticker. Thank you. For these, I always do it a little bit after, so I don't forget that I did it already, if that makes sense. It's just my little system. I never do them early. Are you not going to be here on the... It's okay if you're not going to be. You don't have to worry, but... Are you not going to be here? Wait, when would my next stream be? Wait, your birthday is, is on the 2nd. Wait, your birthday's on the 2nd? Oh, no, on the 3rd. Oh, no, I can get you on your birthday, because I'll be streaming on the 3rd, because after the museum, because we're going to do, the interview with Dr. Don. Desmond's going to be stopping by at some point. The Southside's going to be jumping in for VR. I can get you in VR on the 3rd. Even though it's going to eventually go from, formal and doing the museum to just, a VR hangout towards the end, I'll get you at the VR hangout. Yeah, I'll get you then. Yeah, because it's going to be, super casual at the end. Hi, Cookie. Mexico won soccer tonight. Yippee! I don't know soccer things, but yay, sports ball! Yay, sports ball! That's fine then? Okay, cool. I'll get you Thursday. You might even get a group birthday. I don't know. You'll see. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Liquid Metal, I got you. Mana! Thank you for the 55 months. I really appreciate it. 55's a lot. Let's get to the 143, baby. That'll be crazy. like, if Twitch is still around for 1 more 3 months. It'll be crazy. Ruby Rose, thank you so much for 30 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've officially gotten everything together for Off Guy. I can't wait to have a time of my life with my first comment. Like, oh, you shit, my fellow nuts. Let's go, Ruby. I'm so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dude, I'm really glad we got to bring it up to Desmond, too, because it sounds like Desmond's going to make an appearance for Off Guy, too, which is sick. Let's see. Starting earlier, you didn't know about any. No, the Thursday stream's gonna be long. It's gonna be longer than normal, like maybe like an 8-hour stream, maybe even 8 to 10 hours, maybe, possibly. Obviously, VR is not gonna be that long, but like, it'll be a long stream that day. It'll be closer to the normal hours I used to pull. Let's see. Casanovix, thank you so much for the 30 months. Also, I really appreciate it. Welcome in. Well, I'm not welcome in this from hours ago, but thank you for the resub. Let's see. Yeah, a long stream. It'll be like 8 hours, I think, that day. I think. Deputy Dog, thank you for the 29. It's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you also to, where are we? Cyber, Nyborn, thank you so much for the follow. Ape, thank you for the sticker. Frostles, thank you for the tier 3, and also the 36. Thank you. Oh my god, 3 years already. I don't know how it's been 3 years already, but it's been 3 years already. Thank you. It's weird to think I've been streaming over 3 years. We're going on like 5 or 6 years now. That's crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long is the crazy thing, but, it's, I don't know, I'm like, it doesn't feel like it's been 5 or 6 years, but I feel like the fun is just starting is the funny thing. I have a lot of stuff figured out now. A Hive Train. Thank you, Tadish. How you doing? Thank you so very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's good to see you, Tadish, by the way. Thank you so much also to FL and VG and Manuel and Lantern. Thank you guys for stickers and the bits. Thank you. Thank you also, Wumbo. Thank you for the 50. It's good to see you. You're 50. Happy 50th, Wumbo. Thank you. Rat, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs to the community, too. I really appreciate it. Thank you, kindly, Rat. Thank you also to Let's Dance. Thank you so much for the 2 years with me. That's a long time to be here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Lost Citadel, thank you so much for the 46 months with me. Also, I really appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Good to see you. Evening to you too. Thank you, Red Sea. Also, thank you so very much for the gifted sub just now. Thank you kindly. Wait, it's a wide Twitch message me about a hype train. You're already here. Did they message you that I have a hype train on my channel? Is that something new they're doing? I don't like that. I don't like that it's telling you I have a hype train. That's stupid. I wonder if I can opt out of that. I don't like that. Like, that's not a reason to tune into a channel. Be like, guys, watch this person get a hype train. That's not an advertisement. What the hell? It's been doing that for a while. I haven't been watching Twitch too much, I guess. It's dumb. They emailed you? Yeah, I've never seen a notification that it said so-and-so has a hype train. Yeah, is it an email or is it like a pop-up? Oh, no, Batiste, thank you so much for the head tattoo. Thank you. You agree fully? I actually got here because of that message. Hi. No, Ace. Okay, hang on. Ace. Why did it message? Like, why, like, the first time chatter Ace. Why did it message you to let you know I have a hype train? That's so stupid. What the hell? That's so stupid. It's so stupid. I don't like that it did that. You'd be like, go watch Coqui. She has a hype train. That's not a reason to advertise. It's generally pretty rare to get these kinds of notifications. Twitch mobile, it's weird. So it's rare you get them? You get a phone notification about Lyra? I thought it said Lyra. Hype trains for channels I've never heard of. That's just spam. If you've never even heard of the channels.
Or other excuse to pop into a Coqui stream too.
Well, thank you, Red Sea. Thank you for the tip too. Thank you. But also, that's very silly. That's just silly. It's just silly. Yo, hello, Kazuo. Hello. Good to see you. Hello. You caved and downloaded the Twitch mobile, and they're banned from giving notifications on your phone. Were they spamming you a lot? Is that why? Also, thank you so much. Okay, Cinderella. Torment, thank you so much for the 19 months with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you also to DJ Grimlooky. Please, Desmond, Coqui's got the community. She loves you. We love you. I don't know what that was in response to, but that's awesome. Oh, you meant
being bad and
YouTube
pushing
channel, maybe.
Features that nobody asked for and make no fucking sense
Yep.
with absolutely no explanation or a way to turn it off. I'm not sure why you're surprised.
I'm really not surprised that that's a new thing. I'm just surprised I didn't hear about it. Usually I at least see like Bussy popping off. You know, Bussy usually has like he'll be like, hey, Twitch is rolling this shit out. So like he usually has some kind of like rundown on what's going on with like Twitch and stuff. But let's see. It shows trains that who's got a golden kappa too. Ugh, I don't like that. I like secret bases. I don't know. I always thought secret bases were cool. People don't gotta know what we're up to here. Anyway, let's see. Red Sea. I beg your pardon. Who said I'm intelligent? My whole chat is intelligent. You guys are intellects. Thank you also to Hyperion VT. Thank you so much for the follow. Also, you to Sonic 3K, Just Them 56, as well as Zekwi, and also Hybridin, and also Blaze Up. Thank you so much for the follows, everybody. Pig, thank you so much for the tier 3 and also the 52 months. It's a small world once you find the back rooms door. I guess happy 28 plus 21 months. Thank you, Pig. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry, by the way, I wasn't catching these live, by the way. As you guys knew, I was doing an interview and I don't want to be rude to the guest, but thank you. Thank you also to Wise, thank you for the 23 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you also, Tadish again for the hype trade. Thank you. And, Nefertiti's for the sticker. And I think I got them all. Plays up. I got plays up. Okay, good. There we go. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys for a few more minutes, but I'm going to read out. We got a busy week. Let's go see who's on really quick. While I'm yapping with you. But I'm gonna go to the VC and I'm gonna go work on stuff. I'm just gonna go work. So if you guys want to join for that, we can have some fun. If you want to. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Okay, we got a list of whoa! There's so many people on right now, and I think it's because I'm ending really early, but that's a-okay. I had a really great time with Desmond. And thank you guys. I know it's like not usual for us to have like a collab in the middle of the week or anything like that. But I really appreciate it. I had such a great talk with Desmond, and I can't wait to like do it again in the future. That like show he was talking about, like where like they basically like followed him around with the Otaku Patrol, but he did, what was it, the Street Patrol? Like I saw like he showed me like a little preview of that previously, and it looks really fun. Like he sounds embarrassed about it, but it looks like something that's like super up our alley. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think, honestly. But Urban Sports Club, that's what it's called. Thank you, fool. You get the train notifications too? Oh, it's so weird. That is so weird. Okay, let's see. Ooh, hang on, I already see some people on that. Maybe want to read tonight. Hang on, let's see somebody we haven't.
Best of all, Coqui is a galaxy. She has all her stars. Tad searching for the hidden gems.
Thank you, Bill Ross. My cookie nuts are the hidden gems. They're my hidden gems, but they're also the hidden gems. They're the hidden gems. Okay, let's see. This one. Ooh, I think we're gonna go over here or here. Okay, we got two. We got 2 picked out. 3 picked out. 4 picked out. Ooh, okay. Let's do. Shit, there's a lot of people on tonight. Let's do. Man, how long have we been going? Thank you. Ovid, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the head scratch. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Kylie. Let's see. I think she's just ending, isn't she? Let's see. Oh yeah, she's been going for 8 hours. We'll get her another time. This is how many hours? Okay. What about you? Okay, alright. You know what? We're gonna go over here tonight. We're gonna go see Spunky tonight. Spunky! Amazing artist. We've rated her before. She's a community member.
She's a lot of fun. You're gonna love her if you hang out during Go Night. She does like those really, really, really cool like graphic like license plate graffiti things. They're cool as shit, dude. They're cool as hell. Spunky's a really, really good artist. We're gonna go have fun with Spunky. Thank you guys for everything. I had a really wonderful time today. Join the coquicord. We do all sorts of stuff there. There's VR. There's movies. There's Magic the Gathering. There's all sorts of stuff. There's work days. I'm about to go work in VC, and I'm gonna take like an hour break, and then I'm gonna go get set up. Yeah, congrats to Mexico! Whoopee! I don't do sports, but that's awesome. Thank you. It was fun. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me have like a fun little different kind of stream today. It was a lot of fucking fun. And yeah, we'll do it again really soon with Desmond. Thank you guys for being awesome and respectful and showing Desmond lots of love. He's a cool fucking guy, and I'm serious. Listen to the advice he was giving you about people. He's about life in general, not about people. About life in general. He's real fucking smart, and he's seen it all. Listen to this guy. All right, bye guys. I'll take you guys in Discord when I'm ready. I'm gonna go take like a quick hour break, and then we'll get to work. I got a lot of off guy stuff to do. So good night, everybody. I'll see you Thursday for the museum, and I'll have the trailer for that done soon. Good night, everybody. Have fun with Spunky. Bye bye. Bye. What is gonna happen? Is she gonna clip through it, or is she gonna jump over it?